And we welcome you to today's AL Central battle between the Cleveland Guardians and the Detroit Tigers. Here is your starting lineup for the home team, the Detroit Tigers. At right field, batting first, Kerry Carpenter. At second base, batting second, Gleyber Torres. At third base, batting third, Zach McKinstry. At left field, batting fourth, Riley Green. At first base, batting fifth, Spencer Torkelson. At designated hitter, batting sixth, Colt Keith. At catcher, batting seventh, Dylan Dingler. At shortstop, batting eighth, Trey Sweeney. At center field, batting ninth, Javi Baez. And pitching today for the Detroit Tigers, it's the right-hander, Jack Flaherty. Your starting lineup for the Detroit Tigers. Alright guys, and on that note, welcome to game number 2 that we're calling today. We called the Blue Jays-Padres game earlier today. That went 11 innings. Blue Jays walked it off in extras. And now we are doing this battle here. We ended the series between the Blue Jays and the Padres. We're starting a new one between the Guards and the Tigers. And the Guardians, 4 games above 500. The Tigers, the best team in the American League, 33-17. Looking to keep it going as they have first place on the AL Central right now, the hottest team in baseball. And they look awfully, awfully good as of late. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this stream. My name is Jarragator9. Tigers coming off that series win over the St. Louis Cardinals last time out. And now they return to Comerica to play 7 straight home games, starting with 4 against the Guards. We're on the call for this one. Might be on the call for the Saturday game as well, depending on how the You Make the Call vote goes. How this stream works is like this. Subscribe on the channel with any questions you might have. I'll be happy to answer anything and everything. Any donation to get your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them. If you are a member, you can show your support for either one of these teams with the emojis in the chat. You get a lot of cool perks for being a member, including a members-only Q&A stream taking place next Tuesday night. But you also get emojis. We got the Guards logos. We got the Tigers logos. Got some throwbacks for you as well. Though in that poll, you think wins this game before it starts. The Guardians and the Tigers. Right now, 77% of you riding with Detroit to win it. And every donation counts toward You Make the Call. Help me decide which game we're calling. Mets, Dodgers, Blue Jays, Rays, Guardians, Tigers. What do we call on Saturday night? You're going to help me decide. I should also note that every donation of $50 or more, I will sing any song you want on this list. There is a live band karaoke tonight, and I will do any song on this list. The only exception is Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran, because I am already doing that one because someone requested that with a 50 earlier. So, appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's see what has happened here. It's going Kev, Hot Wax. Yeah, good to see the views so far. Number 2 song, yeah, because I'm assuming number 1 was Fly Robin Fly. I was like, oh, it's going to be too easy. I'm going to guess I Write the Songs by Barry Manilow. I'm going to go I Write the Songs. I don't know if that's right, but I'm going to go I Write the Songs on that one. But number 1's going to be Fly Robin Fly. That's why you're not asking number 1, because I already did that one. Graduated from high school? That's awesome, Kev. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Good for you. That's awesome. It's uphill from here. I promise you. I promise you. Life gets really good once you leave high school. Not that I had a bad time in high school, but it's an exciting time. All right, Juan Thomas Ramirez leading off for the Guards. First pitch in there for a strike. We're underway. Yeah, this game could be in a rain delay before too long. The weather does not look good. There's not a lot of people behind home plate. Yeah, Charleston Southern up by 2, 14-12, top of the 8th. I think it was 14-6. High Points scored a few in a row, so we'll see what happens to that game. Quan lifts it into shallow left field. Should be an easy play out there for Green, and that will be the first out of the inning. Jack Flaherty pitching today. WrestleMania has moved from New Orleans. Move from? Oh. No, I did not see that. I did not see that. Where'd it get moved to? Why'd it get moved? Oh, that's why I like my Casey and Sunshine Band. Great song. Great song. Flaherty, last 4 outings has not been good. First 5 outings of the season, he looked like the ace that everyone has come to know over the years. First 5 outings, an ERA of 2.63. Last 4, a 6.98 ERA. So a 7 ERA the last 4 outings combined. Last time he was here at Comerica through just 3 innings and a 10-3 loss to the Rangers. He allowed 5 runs, 4 home runs in that game. 0-1 the count. Yeah, Flower and Fry was someone from last video. Yep, I had a feeling. That's why I didn't ask. Torres up to bat. Watch us out and one downstairs. 1-1 the count. We don't know yet. That is odd. I don't know why they moved it, though. That is so bizarre. Yeah, let me see. Let me turn on the high point game. Let me turn that bad boy on. Because this game just seems drunk. As do all high point games this year. Because they have no pitching, but they have great offense. 1-2 the count. Where the high point? Here we go. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Thomas goes down. 2 up, 2 down so far, and that will send Ramirez up to bat in the 3 spot. How's it going, Lou? Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you tuning in for this one. If you were here for the earlier game that we did between the Pods and the Blue Jays, crazy, crazy game. If you're here for that, appreciate you being here again for this one. First pitch in there for a called strike, 0-1 the count. Next pitch, swing and a miss, and the bat went flying there. Ramirez lost the bat on that one. Never made contact with the ball. The bat just flew out of his hands. It's intact, which is good. Ramirez, red hot. As of late, 3 for 5 last time out against the Twins. This guy is on a Hall of Fame track, and right now he is playing lights out, but strike 3 called. I was literally just going to say he's riding a 13-game hitting streak. Can't make it 14 there. 3 up, 3 down for Flaherty to start. Good outing so far. We go bottom 1. Guards get no base runners, and they get nothing on the board. Yes, someone got exhausted in the last number 1 question, so that's good. Number 2, I had a feeling. From cheering for the Tigers against the Blue Jays over the weekend to cheering for the Blue Jays against the Padres now, a lot can change in a few days. Absolutely on that one. Absolutely on that one. Crazy how it works like that. Crazy how it works like that. I appreciate all you guys being here for this stream. If you like what you see, make sure you like and subscribe. Also, channel time. Bibby's starting today for the Guards. Bibby went 6 innings last time against the Reds, allowed 4 runs, 10 hits in that one. Bibby this season, ERA hovering around 4. But has played better as of late. His last 5 outings combined an ERA of 2.9. Did not start the season off well, by any means. First 3 games of April, allowed 13 runs in 14 innings, but he has calmed down a lot as of late, even despite that 4 red outing last time against the Reds. And that 5-4 loss where he went 6 innings. He's got a 2.9 ERA over his last 5. Yeah, if you are a member, we have emojis in for the Guards. We have emojis in for the Tigers as well, so just something to keep in mind. Got throwback logos as well if you want to use them. You guys made the call on this game. The other options are Brewers, Pirates, and Red Sox against the Orioles. Red Sox, Orioles would not have done anyways, seeing as that game postponed. We'll keep you updated on everything. NLCS has been some pairing of Dodgers, Giants, Padres. I want the D-backs, so I would say no. I would say no. That would actually be kind of my nightmare if that was the combination. Not going to lie on that one. Carpenter leading off here for the Tigers. Carpenter 0 for 3 last game at the designated hitter spot. He's now in right field today. Carpenter looking to get something going. His last 5 games, he's just 2 for 18 in that stretch. Right, Sean Murphy-Bunting on the NFI list. He's out for the season. They did make some moves in the secondary, though, in the draft, so I'm not sure what they're going to do. Not sure if they're going to get anyone. And click the link above if you want to watch today's video. First pitch in there for a strike. Video just dropped about an hour ago. It is about the 1975 49ers, a weird game they had against the Eagles. A bizarre, bizarre situation there. Want to watch that video? Click that link above if you have not seen it yet. The 0-1. Breaking ball. Misses. 1-1 the count. We have a new video dropping tomorrow as well, so just something to keep in mind. Don't know what it's going to be on yet, but we will see. The 1-1 by Bybee to Carpenter. And Carpenter, Torres, McKinstry, 1-2-3, do up this half inning. 2-1 the count. The Tigers Dodgers World Series. I mean, guarantee that a team I support wins it all, but also a team I support loses it. Yeah, that's a good thing, though. 2-1. Downstairs through. Why are the Giants and Jets have New York better than New Jersey? They started off in New York. They kept the name. Also, New York metropolitan area. So where they play is still the New York metro area. Do we see the Rays moving to Orlando? Yes. Yeah, traction's picking up there. I don't think they're going to get a stadium deal done. 3-1, shot foul, so full count here to Carpenter. I think they're going to move to Orlando. If Buda Baker can help motivate the young guy, cornerbacks leader, I could see that too. Carpenter this season on a full count, getting on board 39% of the time. Right, you got to pick the Tigers in that one. Carpenter fouls it off again. Long at bat here. 7 pitches. I'll be having to work so far. How's it going, Andrew? Welcome to chat. Batting fiction, some McDermott is soft? I'm going to say fiction on that. Orlando Rays? Yeah, it'd be Orlando Rays at that point. It'd be the Orlando Rays. 3-2. Carpenter swing and a miss. Got fooled badly on the off-speed pitch. 83 down the middle, but got completely fooled. Swung way too early, and that's the first out. And Carpenter's struggles as of late continue. Still no base runners for either sides in this one. Let's see what Torres can do. Came out as a pinch hitter yesterday. Did not get a hit that game against the Cards. Another guy who's struggling a little bit as of late. His last 4 games, he is just 1 for 10. Not have a good series against the Cardinals. First pitch, that one misses upstairs. 1-0 the count. Bucks? No, what? No, the Bucks aren't moving. Why would the Bucks move? The Rays don't have a stadium. The Rays also, their fan base is not the best in Tampa right now. They don't have a stadium. They don't have, the Bucks are more than fine. 1-1 the count. You know, Bucks are in no danger of moving. No danger whatsoever. Rays are in serious danger. But obviously, Bucks, nah. Bucks are fine. Torres, before this 4-game slump of his, was hitting .327 this month. Can he get on here? It's going to be an infield play. Bybee, what a throw! What a throw by Bybee! Had to pick it up barehanded, came right back to him. He's all smiles after that one. Bybee had to pick that one up barehanded, throw across his body, and somehow found his first baseman, Santana. I don't know how he did that. That was not an easy throw whatsoever. 2 up, 2 down. That's Tim McKinstry up to bat in the 3 spot. Tom Cruise wants Act 2. He's 100. I could see it. I could definitely see it. Like, it's all he knows. It's all he knows. Next team to move, I would say Bengals have the best chance, but I don't want it to happen, just stadium-wise. Absolutely, RFK. Absolutely. McKinstry. Over 3 last game against the Cards. He's ahead 2-0, though, here. A lot of these guys act to their 90s. Now, will he be able to do those stunts? No chance. No chance he can be able to do those stunts, but that's his way of life. I could see it. I could see it. 2-0. McKinstry watches that one. The bottom part of the zone. 2-1 the count. He rips that one into shallow center. Is that going to drop? Over the shoulder, making the play. Basket grab there by the shortstop Schneemann. And 3 up, 3 down. When I go top 2, you know, Bengals have the best chance, but I don't think they're moving. No score. Yeah, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. It really does help us out on the channel. And donation gets your question right away. Otherwise, I'm just going to try and go in the order that I see them all. I should also note that if you are a member, you get a lot of cool perks. $5 a month. You get members-only Q&A streams, which are always fun. We also got to use emojis in the chat based on the teams playing. Right, no team's moving. NFL, no team's moving. Bengals are probably the biggest threat, but it's not a big threat. Three up, 3 down for both teams in that first inning. First of a 4-game series between these squads. If you want to see this game again, Saturday night, that is one of the 3 options for you make the call. You can vote on which game you want me to do. Right now, Mets-Dodgers in the lead, but that can change. Except for the Colts now, I think it's going to be Carly Ursay. I think they're going to keep it in family. I think they're going to keep it in-house, but We don't know just yet. We'll see how this season goes. The season might change a lot. That fact, when the NFL moves 18 games, we get round 8 back. I'm going to say fact. I'm going to actually say fact on that one. I think they will expand to 8 rounds because the rosters will be bigger. You're on the West Coast now. Let's go, baby. Let's go. West Coast, Best Coast. Have fun in California. It's going to be fun. Have fun in Cali. Because the rosters will need to expand with 18 games. I think they would add a round to the draft. As a result of that. They should, at least. So rosters have expanded considerably since they went back to 7 rounds. Right, you're on the West Coast too? Yep, nice. Manzardo, Santana, Schneemann. First pitch misses, 1-0 the count. Dallas was at Minnesota and Golden State won their first ever game. Exciting time so far in the WNBA. Manzardo pops that one up. Easily playable there for the shortstop. Sweeney calling everyone off, and he'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. No trouble so far for Flaherty. For some rough outings as of late. So that changes with Carlos Santana, the veteran first baseman, up. Santana coming off some really, really good games as of late. Was 2 for 3 last game against the Twins. Running a 3-game hitting streak. Over those last 3 games, he is hitting .455. He's not playing the best baseball before that. It was a week-long stretch where he was hitting .095, but he's starting to turn around. He's ahead 1-0. That one on the outside corner just misses 2-0. You know, I like West Coast a lot. Tigers and Cards yesterday had 10 people in the chat for a bit. That's awesome. Coming on said, Severus brought it by voice of displeasure. Coming on said, half. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, yep. Yeah, Detroit's got some feelings on Stafford. Some very strong, positive feelings on him. 2-1 the count. Just looks at that one for a strike. Santana off that Twin series, who was 3 for 7. Chops it foul on the first pitch, so from 2-0 goes to 2-2. If you're growing your audience, Dr. D, I love it. I love it. Again, if you are new here, please make sure you like and subscribe. It really does help us out a ton on here. So try and grow this community even more. We do games every single day. Downstairs 3-1. You're a heel now. Embrace it. Nice. With 8 teams to a new NFL team, well, that has nothing to do with that. That has nothing to do with that. The 18 team, the expansion of the NFL team-wise has nothing to do with 18 games. 3-2. That one misses down low. So Santana gets on board, the first base runner of the game for either team. Santana draws a 1-out walk. That will send Schneemann up to bat. Of course, Dr. D. Of course. So Schneemann. That's a weak grounder back to the pitcher. 1-6, fielder's choice. So Schneemann, just 6 for his last 29, hovering below the Mendoza line. Around the Mendoza line over his last 10 games. New team by 2033? I'm going to say fiction on that. Right, 33 is going to be awkward. If they do, it's going to be 36. How's it going, Jason? Welcome in. Welcome in. So Schneemann gets on board on the fielder's choice, but that's 2 outs, so that's going to Bo Naylor up to bat at the 7th spot. Naylor 1 for 4 last time against the Twins. The only game he played that series. Not hitting the ball well as of late, hitting just 150 over his last 8 games. He's behind 0-1, moved to 40. Well, we'll go 36 first. 0-1. Did he go? He did. 0-2. MLB expansion? Yes, absolutely, in the future. You don't understand the love for Stafford, just so you don't understand what some of the Detroit fans care sport Verlander after he went to Houston. He's a team legend. Because he didn't force his way out. He's a team legend. It was beneficial for both parties. The 0-2, Naylor skies it foul. Is that going to get out of play? It will. MLB expands beyond 32 at any time in the future. Any time, fact. Not for a while. They got to figure out the BA situation, the Rays situation. Then they'll go to 32 And then they'll go beyond that. As long as you have an even number, baseball, it really doesn't matter how many teams you have. Baseball is one of the few sports where it doesn't matter how many teams you have. Right, adding 4 is extreme, let alone 8. Yep. Right, you got to go 4 at once. If they do, it's going to be international. It's not going to be in America. And by 2040, potentially. Naylor fouls it off. I think by 2040, there's a shot. But not anytime soon. Again, they're tapped out in America. 32 is the max in America. It really is there a market in Europe to have their own team? 0-2 to Naylor. Swing and a miss on the fastball upstairs. Flaherty strikeout number 1001 in his career. Guards leave a man on. Still no hits. Still no score. As Naylor strikes out. And struggling as of late, and the struggles will continue. So we go bottom 2. Still no score. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. Not sure if we're doing OT tonight. Just letting you know, just because of my voice, so I don't know yet. Yeah, 2040, yeah, potentially. Potentially 2040. For expansion. I can see it. Green, Torque, Keith, due up here. Green, Torque, and Keith due up. Right, international games is a huge step towards expansion. Yeah. And they'll probably play with their own set of rules. International teams probably have their own set of rules. Who are the next 4 in the NFL? Ooh, London, Berlin, Munich, Amsterdam. Or no. Munich, Amsterdam, London, Dublin. Yeah, 32 is 32 is a great number for the NFL. 2 new NBA teams by 2030? Yes. Yes. Vegas and Seattle, yes. NBA next week to expand, I'll also say fact on that one. I will also go with fact. Where international level teams have a hard time tracking players, yeah. Yeah, they're going to play on a different set of rules. Why is Fox Baltimore not broadcasting Cleveland Detroit? That's a good question. I think Cleveland Detroit's more of a regional game compared to Dodgers Mets, more national appeal. Mexico City, yeah, that's if they go in the Americas. That's a Bobby 1-2-3 last time. Some nice defensive plays by the guards that inning. When once players leave, like, I'll keep tabs on them, but like Minshew, I really don't care like what he's doing. 0-1 the count. The pitch here. Green chases that one. 0-2. In the dirt. Again, though we got to play the AL there. That is that. Yeah, you would think. But Dodgers pitchers is more national appeal. AC in Sacramento. I'm going to say. I'm going to say fact. I think the Vegas thing falls through. Green running a 4-game hitting streak. He has been pretty good as of late. This man over his last 11 games hitting above 400. Hitting 405, getting on base 46% of the time in his last 11 games. While just that one downstairs, 1-2 the count. Green, Torque, Keith due up for the Tigers in this half. The 1-2. That's a one-hopper. Bounces 2-2. This is game 1 of this series between the teams. Tigers coming off that series win over the Cards. South Team Field history? Yeah, fact. That's already determined. Sale will get the Sonics back. It'll be like they were on hiatus for 2 decades or whatever it would be. The 2-2. Green chops it to first. Santana right there. It's 3 unassisted. Be the first out. Leadoff man has been out every single half of this inning, or every single half of this game. What can Torque do with 1 out and the base is empty? Torque, the former first overall pick out of Arizona State. It's been a rough career so far. Been bouncing around the minors and majors and whatnot. Having said that, this season looks pretty sharp. This feels like the season he's starting to get going. He's got 12 home runs this year. He's 5th in the AL in that category. Ahead 1-0. Feels like things are starting to come together for Torque. Especially this month as he went around there 1-1. Setting 262 this month. They're hitting just 213 in April. So starting to get it going. 1-1. Third Knicks finals fiction. I don't think the Knicks make it. 1-1. Torque, 1-7 downstairs. 2-1 the count. Well, Titans was a little different. Titans was different. Because Titans, they were called the Tennessee Oilers for a little bit. So they kept the name. There was never the Oklahoma City Sonics. 2-1, Torque. Chops it foul down the third baseline, 2-2. Detroit needs a logo change? Nah, the logo's fine the way it is. It's classic. The D is an iconic classic logo for the Tigers. Let's go back to the Drunken Tiger. I do want to see the Drunken Tiger again from the 50s. The 2-2 to Torque. Check swing, but doesn't matter. That was in the zone. 5 up, 5 down for Bobby to start. Colt Keith, who really gets the Oilers, Houston, Tennessee. Wait. Well, the history is with the Titans franchise. So the Titans have the rights to the Oilers. Colt Keith coming up. 1 for 3 last game against St. Louis. First pitch breaking ball in there for a called strike. 0-1. Keith hitting .333 over his last 13 games. Starting to get it going a little bit. .333 over his last 13 compared to where he was at the start of the season, hitting .173 over his first 31. So I'm going to miss 0-2. Yeah, Jazz, there's no Jazz in Utah. Yeah, that's a weird name. That's a very weird name. 0-2 the count. Bobby struck out 4 batters last time against the Reds. Looking to make it back-to-back here. And he does. Gets Keith on the half-hearted swing down low. 6 up, 6 down. Good start for Bobby. Vegas Knights for the MLB. What? No. Why would they be called the Knights? Why would the Vegas NBA team be called the Knights? That's not confusing at all. You have the Knights, the Vegas Knights, and the Vegas Golden Knights. That's not even remotely confusing. All right, we go top 3. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help us out a ton on the channel. Rules should we change the team, city, and market to leave the team name there? I'm with, yeah. I have no problem with that. Leave the market. You leave the market. I think the exception are the Raiders. The Raiders, I think, are the exception. Because the Raiders, that brand goes everywhere. That brand goes everywhere. San Francisco Giants, New York Giants. Yeah, they're not the same city. No, he means the actual team name, not the owner. He means the team name. Best Tigers logo, the 1901 logo. The best Tigers logo. Oh, what was the Drunken Tiger logo? The best one is 1927. That's the best one. They were also owned by the same people. You can't have 2 teams named exactly the same thing. That would be brand confusion So many lawsuits would come of that. You think you're buying merchandise, you think you're buying a ticket for a basketball game, but it's a hockey game? There'd be so many lawsuits with that. Still no hits today for either side. Martinez, Jones, Kwan do up here for the Guards. I don't think LA cares about football. I think it's more of they didn't have a team for so long, so a lot of them picked a different team. You're seeing them carry their fan base over. I know for me, the Rams-Jaguars game, it was all Rams fans in there. It was all Rams fans in there. 1-0 to Martinez. Biggest team name? I don't know what we call. Not the Knights. The Spades. Foul down the first base line. Yeah, I think the Spades. Right, 2 New York, 2 St. Louis. Yeah, but that was all. First off, that was agreed upon. That was agreed upon. A lot of times it was owned by the same person. Right, Pittsburgh Pirates in third. Yeah. Right, it was a thing back in the day, but not in today's day and age with online ticketing and online shopping and whatnot. And 1-2 the count. And brand confusion lawsuits was also agreed upon. Wouldn't make any sense to do it. Yeah, not going to be called the Gamblers. 1-2, Martinez chops it foul. Also get Spades have some Spades? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. St. Louis NFL team? Hopefully. Hopefully the Battlehawks. Hopefully the Battlehawks. 1-2 to Martinez. 0-4 last game against the Twins. Did he go? The LV ace. 2-2. He did not go. Held up in time. Martinez hitting just 148 over his last 9, and he will not improve that average here as he strikes out swinging. Leadoff man set down again for the first out of the inning. Flaherty looking sharp the first time through the order. Should we call the Stallions? Now, Battlehawks have such a great brand name. Brand affiliation with the Battlehawks is great. Just try and buy the name. Buy the name, keep everything the same. Nolan Jones coming up. He fouls it off on the first pitch, 0-1. Flaherty, first time through the order. Opponents are getting on 30% of the time. Second time, it's only 22%. So, he sells into the game pretty nicely. He's been more than comfortable here so far. Vegas Stars, a bit too generic. Bit too generic. Spirits of St. Louis, that'd be a cool name. Back to the ABA days. 0-1. Jones watches that one. 1-1. Paying just 189 this season, although he does have a hit in 4 straight games. One, down low, 2-1. Last 6 games, hitting .368 before that stretch on the season. In his previous 36 games, hitting just 148. So, starting to get a bit going. 2 on the count. Fastball in there for a strike, 2-2. Right, teams that have, yeah, it's got to be St. Louis Spirits. 2-2, Jones fouls it off down the third base line. We stay alive as that ball goes into the stands. And if you like what I see, folks, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel a ton. Vegas Spades, yeah, it goes well for the Aces. It really does. I like Spades a lot. I think that should be the name. The Vegas Spades works really well. That'd be my pick. Las Vegas Bears? Shot foul. What? Does Vegas have a big bear population? Well, I don't think of bears when I think of Vegas. Las Vegas Bees? Yeah. I don't think bears live in Vegas. I'm pretty confident there are no bears in Las Vegas. 2-2. Jones. Routine fly ball into center field. Easily play ball there for Baez, and that'll be out number 2. No, they won't interpret that as racist. No. No, why would they interpret the spades as racist? You literally would be in the shape of the club logo. Be in the shape of the suit. Vegas Vipers? Yeah, funny story about that. Funny story about that. Funny story about that. Vegas Roulettes. I don't think they want the gambling, like the blatant gambling references. Oasis, I don't know how that would work as a name. Almost was a name for an XFL team there. 1-0. That one, breaking ball, misses outside 2-0. You know, I've never put 2 and 2 together with Spade. I've never. It would be in the suit. It would be literally everything would be based on the suit, like the aces. 2-0. 2-1 the count now. There were some Bears back then. There were some. Not a lot, but there were some. 2-2. Quan into left field, and underneath it, making the play is Green. So no hits for the Tigers through 3 innings. We go bottom 3. Still no score. I mean, Bears is like generic enough. It kind of works everywhere. But again, when you have Vegas, why go with a generic name? Also, why would you call a team... Because when people talk about the Bears, we all know what they're referring to. Why would you want to be second fiddle for your own name? Also, they're named after the Cubs. Yeah, they're named after... The Bears are named after the Chicago Cubs, who were there for longer. So there is some history there. Dingler, Sweeney, Baez, 7-8-9 due up as Bibby's faced the minimum through 2 innings. We do have emojis in the chat. You can trace for either one of these teams using the Guards logos, Tigers logos. We got some throwback logos as well. Everything actually counts to make the call. I'm going to say which game we're calling. Mets, Dodgers, Blue Jays, Rays, or Guards, Tigers on Saturday night. Appreciate all you guys being here for this one. As Braves 2 Nationals. Will they get the second run across? They will. 2-2. It's like the Chicago Starfish. Yeah, it does not sound right. It just is not. Las Vegas thunderstorms. I guess it rains so much in Vegas. All good, Dr. Lay. All good. Las Vegas Hearts. Might be a bit too... people like masculine macho names. I'm not sure that would work for that. Hearts is like I think you need like a gender neutral name like Spades. Hearts doesn't. I don't think Hearts works. Giants play the first season's home game to Ebbets Field around the Polo Grounds. I actually did not know that. I actually did not know they played at Ebbets Field to start off. I thought it was Polo Grounds from day one. I did not know that. Downstairs in the dirt, 1-0. Yeah, it's a bit too cute, yeah. Basketball club with clubs as the logo. You know? You know? 1-0. It's never going to happen, but why not? 1-1 on the breaking ball right down the middle for Dingler. Hitting just a hair below 300 this season. But red hot as of late. That Cardinals series, he was money. 4 for 8 that series. He's running a 5-game hitting streak. And over his last 3 games, a guy that's 7 for his last 12. Entering the month of May, or I should say, give me a second here. In April, over the final 18 games of April, hit 232. This month, I don't think he wants it to end. Saying 340 this month, and that's going to go up. Because that's a base hit up the middle. Base up the middle. you can easily call a team the Las Vegas Spades. No one would put 2 and 2 together. You make it after the suit. Las Vegas Jacks. I've thought about that one too. How about that one too? First of the game for either side. Las Vegas Texans. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That one misses outside. 1-0 the count to Sweeney. First time the leadoff man's been on board for either side. First hit of the game comes from the red-hot catcher, now Sweeney. No hits last time out. So 1 for 9 over that series against the Cards. Not playing great at the plate. 1 for his last 18. Fouls it off. 1-1. I'm pretty sure you guys doing heavy like. We see folks hit that like button, subscribe. Well, again, that's more naming after a group of people. That's naming after a group of people. That's not naming after a literal card suit. Like, there's a massive difference. The Kings, the LA Kings might throw a fit over that. You could do Kings, though. Queens also too feminine, like hearts. Fouled off 1-2. But no, you can't call the Kings Sacramento Kings. You can't have 2 teams named the Kings in the same league. You can't do that. You can't have 2 teams named the Kings. No. You can't do the Kings. You can't do the Kings. Again, you're talking about naming things after groups of people. Groups, like, name things after groups of people. Marginalized groups of people. Not a literal club suit. Or a card suit. 2-2 the count. I will guarantee you they will not name the team the Vegas Kings. Guarantee you that. 2-2 to Sweeney. That one on the inside corner. Strike 3 call for the first out. Send Baez up to bat. Javi Baez very quietly, from one of the worst contracts in baseball, putting together an all-star caliber season. Though he has cooled down a bit as of late. His last 4 games, he's just 1 for 14. Playing red hot, though, before that. He's going to pop that one up in the shallow center and slide. He can't make the grab. That's a base hit. That's a base hit. I think it might have been misplayed out there. Thomas is going to get a good jump on it. First and second. People throw a fit over everything, though, in KC. They throw a fit over literally everything. Like, it doesn't mean don't do it. Thomas not getting the best of jumps on that one, and Baez gets some more with a 1-out single. First time today, other team's got a runner in scoring position. Carpenter coming up with 1 out, runners on first and second. Carpenter just 2 for his last 19, but can he break this slump here? Upstairs 1-0. Bibby's pitch. Fouled off 1-1 on the off-speed stuff. Can any donation get your question right away? Otherwise, I'm just going to the order they see them. We do have emojis in for the guards, the Tigers, throwback logos as well, and a lot of other cool logos if you do want to use those emojis. Show us for either one of these teams. 1-1 the count. And if you haven't seen today's video, click that link above. Go back to 1975, half a century ago, for the Niners-Tigers game. Or Niners-Eagles game, I should say. 1-1, fastball, the bottom part of the zone, 1-2. Las Vegas Cardinals. Oh, Cards. Las Vegas Cards. Or Las Vegas Decks. There's enough teams with the nickname the Cards. Do you want another one of the big 4? The 1-2. Carpenter swings and misses on the slider outside. High slider. Carpenter goes down once again. That's going to send Torres up to bat. With 2 on and 2 out. Bybee is dealing right now. No issues first time through again. Bybee now over his last 27 2/3 has allowed just 8 earned runs. On a 2.5 ERA in that stretch. He's pitching red hot for the Guards. First pitch of Torres. Downstairs 1-0. The Glitz. Glitz and Glamour. One the count. That one in there for a strike. High fastball, 1-1. Or high 83 on that one, I should say. McKinstry in the on-deck circle of Torres to keep the line moving here. And tomorrow we're going to be live for an overtime stream at 5 o'clock Eastern time? Maybe 5:30, and then UFL at 8. 1-1. Swing and a miss by Torres, 1-2. Tigers had 2 on with 1 out, but then Carpenter struck out. Torres looking to avoid a similar fate here. On a muggy night in Detroit right now. Looks like the rain has subsided. There are more fans in the stands than before. 1-2, Torres into center and playable out there for Thomas. Well hit, but right there is Thomas make the play, and the Tigers leave 2 on. We go top 4. Still no score in this AL Central battle. Bybee and Flaherty going after each other. As we go to the top of the 4th with Thomas, Ramirez, Manzardo due up here. Flaherty no hits allowed through 3 innings thus far. For some rough outings of late. Lowering his ERA and he's not getting any run support, so he's going to have to keep it up. He wants to extend this Tigers winning streak of theirs. Again, appreciate all you guys tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. And again, $50 by 81 person. I'll do any song on this list with a live band tonight. Do literally any song on this list right here. I'll post it on Twitter. And we'll go from there. So if you want me to see me do any song in the world, whatever one it is, just let me know. Oh, you're good, Allie. No, you're good. We have a lot of weird discussions on this one. We have a lot of weird discussions on here. You're good. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about a thing. We do a lot on here. And we got 4 games in this series. Tom, yeah, how about that? They finally got a trophy. Spurs have a trophy. Never thought I'd see the day. And Man U is in some serious, serious trouble right now. I mean, my God, they're in some serious trouble. Whew. I don't know what's going to happen with Man U at this point. I don't want to say they're going to get relegated next year because they're not, but also I think Abani is going to play second, so Torres is out. Torres has been pulled from the game. I'm not sure what happened. He took the last step back. But Andy Ibanez will be the new second baseman for the Tigers. So Torres is done. Not sure what happened there, but he did take the last step back. Maybe he pulled something. But one defensive change for the Tigers the rest of the way. Thomas, first pitch swinging. Down the left field line and just foul. 0-1 the count. New college playoff format? I have no problem with it. I'm just surprised if they agree to it. Because it goes against the interests of every smaller conference to do straight seeding. Like, if you are not in the SEC or the Big Ten, this hurts you. I can't believe they agreed to it, but I get it. I completely get it. I have no problem with it because it was more of an incentive to be the 5 seed than it was to be the 1. Because you play the worst team in the field, then you play the worst of the Power 4 teams, which would sometimes be the worst team in the field. 2-1 the count, or second worst team in the field. So I get it. I completely get why they did it. But I just don't know why they voted for it. 2-1, Thomas fouls it off 2-2. Well, they already crashed C-bias. That's just a day that ends in Y at this point. Yeah, Stars Oilers, 5 goals in the third. Jeez. 2-2. Thomas skies it, calling everyone off as the first baseman, and Torque underneath it for the first out. Thomas up for 2. Let's get some Ramirez up to bat. Like I was talking about earlier, Jose Ramirez on a Hall of Fame track, and he has been really, really good. Over his last 14 games, hitting .389, riding a 14-game hitting streak. Make it 15, as that is a base hit into right field. First hit of the game for the Guards. And Jose Ramirez gets on board with a 1-out single. Jose Ramirez, over his last 15 games, hitting .393. He's getting on base well over 46% of the time. He's got a 19-game on-base streak now. Manzardo coming up with 1 on and 1 out. He'll watch the first pitch miss down low for a ball, 1-0. Manzardo popped out last time. Oh, does that one low? 2-0 the count. Manzardo just 1 for his last 10. Will they grow him permanently? Probably never. Probably never. Manzardo, that one. Off-speed pitch. Get on the outside corner. 2-1 the count. If you have anything in today's video, click the link above. It is a fun video about a game from the 1970s. Pickoff play. Flaherty tries to throw to Torque and try and get Ramirez out, but he slides back in safely. The 2-1. Outside 3-1. Yeah, the table for Premier League is insane this year. It really is. Too bad there was no drama at the top or the bottom. But man, you told me like Man U and Spurs would be all the way near the bottom. Bournemouth and Forest would be near the top. I would never believe you. 3-1. Just a bit low for Manzardo. 5-pitch walk. And Flaherty, after allowing just 1 base runner the first 3. How's it going, Steph? Welcome in the chat. Well, Yankees-Padres game. Wait. You mean Blue Jays Padres or Yankees Rangers? I mean, both the games were really good. Both the games were super close. Santana up to bat. The game that we call was Blue Jays Padres. That was a crazy one. 11 innings. Rainbow in the first strike, 0-1. Well, because I know where the audience is, Hot Wax. Also remember, too, the fast food chains, they're most concerned in the South. A lot of that, they're advertising to college people. And what do college kids like? Those fast food chains. And in there, 1-1 the count. That pitch just a bit inside. Seemed like it squeezed the zone, but not getting the call. Santana got away with a walk last time. going on 4 straight games now. Lays that one off 2-1. And Flaherty normally get the second time through the order, but has had some troubles this inning. Allowing hit in a walk, and he's behind 2-1 here. Make it 3-1. Schneeman's in the on-deck circle. And Santana had the count, looking to get on board for the second time today. He was the only guy the first time through the order to get on base. I knew Chick-fil-A just opened half an hour's drive for me a few weeks ago. Makes it the close one to me. Wow, half hours of close to Chick-fil-A. Jeez. Santana into right center. That's going to drop for base at first run of the game. Will they get 2? So our Mirrors will score with ease. Will they send the second runner? They will. He gets in with ease. And it is a 1-out RBI double. The Guards lead 2-0. Carlos Santana. 4 straight games with a ribby for him. And the Guards are on the board first. Found the gap in right center. Well hit ball. And that's 3 straight base runners to get on board for Cleveland. Now I'll send Schneeman up with a runner on second. Flaherty in 8 games this season has only allowed 5 hits in the 4th inning. But he's allowed 2 here today. Might not be confused with Singer. Though the way he hit that ball, that was smooth. That was a smooth hit. And that Jays game, that was, yeah. You can probably tell my voice is like not 100% on that one. Voice is not the best, but we're powering through. We are powering through. So here comes Schneeman. And like I said, Mark Anthony, not to be confused with Mark Anthony Cleopatra. There you go. A stoppage here. Not a mound visit, so I'm not sure what exactly it's for, but Schneeman 0 for 1 today. Just 6 for his last 29 over his last 10 games. So a runner in scoring position here. 0-1 the count. Schneeman over his last 9 games has just 1 RBI. Makes good contact here. You have a chance to get an RBI that's been longing for as of late, but he's behind 0-2. Marcelo downstairs 1-2 the count. This season, after falling behind 0-2, Schneeman gets on board just 16% of the time. Can he battle back here? Well, he's battling. 2 pitches missed downstairs, so from 0-2 goes to 2-2. Yeah, Van Pelt handles extended workload. Yeah, that's why I would never want to work for ESPN. ESPN, I thought it was a dream job growing up, and now I'm like, this sounds like hell. Dude, straight to miss on the off-speed pitch. The 3rd time is the charm for Flaherty. Try that off-speed pitch twice. Back the pitches, nowhere close. That time in the zone, and he got Schneeman to swing and a miss. 2 out. Naylor up to bat. Because ESPN, it's either you're expendable or you're working all the time. And not in a good way. You're working in the... Well, you're doing like 10,000 shows. And you're offering like no substance whatsoever. Like you're working like a dog. Brady ball in there for a called strike, 1-1. Naylor thought that was low. This some strike zone's a bit odd today, I will say. Naylor just 3 for his last 21. Chops it foul, 1-2. If Van can pull off a Scott Van Pelt. But it's like, look at Tony Reale. He gave 2.5 decades to that network, did everything the right way, and now he's just going to be tossed aside. Like, thanks for coming. It's like, it's really bad with you, Tony Reale. It's like, if you're not one of the 5, they'll work 5 of you like dogs, and the rest, you're all expendable. Pop up into foul territory and making the play is Dingler. So the Guards leave a man on, but they do get 2 after the Santana RBI double. We go bottom 4. The Guards lead 2-0. there's no middle ground. Is there anyone with ESPN that you would say is not expendable and doesn't work a crazy shift? Like, I don't think so. I was not like behind the scenes people, but in terms of, oh, those are usually first to go. Two should play some 10 minutes to your house. Nice. Nice. Those are usually first to go, but is there anyone that does not work a crazy shift with ESPN that is not expendable? I don't think that exists. There is no balance at ESPN. I have to, and like living in Connecticut, it's like, do I want to live in Bristol, Connecticut? Like it's dark so quickly in the wintertime, and it's literally just a college campus, basically. I don't know. It'd be cool to visit, but to live there permanently, I don't know about that. McKinstry, Green, Torque. The heart of the order here for the Tigers. Bobby's been pretty good so far. A Popeye. I haven't heard Popeyes in a while. It should be fired for this batting order. Criminal having your two best hitters at 5th and 6th. That's insane. That is insane to me. Some of these guys overthink it. Some of these guys completely overthink it. I'm right there with you. Some of these guys overthink it. Phillies swept the 7-game series for the first time in franchise history. Remember, the Phillies were terrible for a long time. It tells me two things. One, Phillies are bad for a while. Two, the Rockies suck. That's what it tells me. It tells me a lot about how bad the Rockies are. I can't believe 14 runs the Rockies scored on the D-backs on Saturday. Man, how does that even happen? Like, that's the evidence that Zach Allen will not get a huge contract. He wants a huge contract. That's the game you show. Yeah, you allowed 14 runs. Obviously, he allowed 6, but that's the game you show. It's like, yeah, the D-backs shut him out Friday, shut him out Sunday. They got shut out today. Yeah, they got 14. They've been shut out 3 times in the last year. They put up 14 on you. Like, no, you're not getting that paycheck from us. Some team can rob you dry, but let's take a discount to come back. You ain't coming back. All right, heart of the order here. McKinstry, Green, and Torque. All right. A lot of fans wearing ponchos right now, so it's not the nicest night in Detroit right now. McKinstry first pitch into center field, and underneath it for the first out will be Thomas. 1 pitch, 1 out. Is some of the Rockies worse in the second series than the first? Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're really bad. We made him look competent, which is kind of scary. D-backs actually made him look semi-competent. So Green coming up. And Green riding a 4-game hitting streak. Has a hit in all but 4 games this month. And for a strike 0-1. Jays got shot by the White Sox last year in person. Oof. That's impressive. It's actually kind of impressive. Swing and miss downstairs. Green chases 0-2. Pirates now trail 4-2. It's a solo shot. Horwitz on the home run. Yeah, they're gonna go to where the population is. They're gonna go where the people are. 0-2. Downstairs 1-2. Just makes the most sense. They plan these things out. Green hitting .333 this month. Entering this game, but he's behind 1-2 here. Getting the chase down low, 0-2. Another strike with the off-speed pitch, and that will send Torque up to bat with 2 out and nobody on. Bobby has allowed just 1 hit thus far. Or 2 hits, I should say. It's only 2 over the minimum. Through 3 2/3. Right, depends on who gets proof franchises. Oh, yeah, that's a big part, too. First pitch to Torque. That one misses. Low and outside. 1-0 the count. If you like what we see here, folks, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel a ton. Bobby, 6 strikeouts already for him. It's the most he's had a game this year. Fouled off 1-1. How's it going, Joe? Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you tuning in. Mo's open up half hour. All these posts are like half hour from you. It's not really fast food if it's half an hour. There's not really the fast part in fast food. At that point, you might as well just stay in and cook. Be quicker and cheaper. 1-1. That went down low, 2-1. Yeah, Grandma's a bit too far, yeah. I got it. What 3 teams have never played a Game 7 in Major League history? Ooh. Oh, that's a good question. A Game 7. All right, 2-1. That one fouled off. I would guess Rocktober, they only made 1 LCS, so that was a sweep. So I guess the Rockies. Also, I guess the Mariners on that one. And I would guess the... 2-2. Outside, 3-2. Rays, Red Sox didn't go... Well, wait, Rays went 7 against the Astros. Yeah, so... Confident on the Rockies. Confident on the Mariners. 3 teams. Wait, the White Sox? I go the White Sox on that one. I'm going to go White Sox. I'm going to say the White Sox. 3-2. That one upstairs. Take your base. Torque gets on with the 2-out walk. Because their World Series was 4 games. And they're never in the ALCS or anything where it can go 7. So they made some back in the day, but not the White Sox. It's probably back in the day. Probably back in the day. Way outside there to Keith. 1-0 the count. It's not the Rays. I think it's one of the newer teams. Maybe it's not the Padres, right? Is it the Padres? Give me the Padres. You know, we're going to go Padres. We're going to go Padres on that one. I'm going to say the Padres. Meanwhile, the wind and the rain are really picking up. Oh, boy. It is really picking up here. It is raining sideways. The ump steps out for time. It is Padres. Let's go. Let's go. 1-0 to Keith. That one into center field, but right at Thomas. Got all 3. Let's go. So Tigers leave a man. We go top 5 on a rainy day. Umbrellas are coming out. Ponchos are flying everywhere. And we could see some rain delay. We could see a rain delay. Would not shock me. Especially seeing as these teams play later this week. Would not shock me. We go top 5, and at this point it's just a matter of how much longer are we going to go? Yeah, you don't want to cannibalize each other. You don't want to have the franchises cannibalize each other. Fact for Sharp comes out. I'm gonna say fact. I'm gonna say fact on that one. Wait. What is happening in the High Point game? I turned it off at 14-12. Did they scored 2 in the bottom of the 9th? The game is still going on. Heard my name? No, just delay. Just like a rain delay potentially. My high point is bases low, nobody out. 14 all, bottom 10. All right. Come on. High point was down 14-6 in this one. Big South tournament. Double elimination. Back, all good, RFK. World Series Wrestling Stewards are only game 7. Oh, yeah. Okay, so never a true game 7. Never a true, like a elimination game. Game 7. But, yeah, because that's when it went 9. Yeah. All right, 8-9-1 hitters due up. Flaherty, rough 4th inning. He allowed 3 straight base runners to get on board. Santana had a 2 RBI double. Everyone that is behind home plate is wearing the same orange poncho. This gives you an idea of how bad the weather is right now. A lot of empty seats, and the ones that are staying all have the same poncho on. First pitch, fouled off 0-1. 8-42. How we allow 14 runs to these bums? We allowed 14 runs in one game to these bums. Zach, give me my money gallon. 14 runs. These bums. Martinez, fly ball deep right field. That is gone. Martinez with a solo shot to lead things off. His second home run of the season. And it's 3-0 guards. Angel Martinez. His first home run on the road this year. The other one came against the Phils at home on May 9th. Guards extend their lead to 3. Flaherty's had some issues this season keeping the ball in the yard. Allowed 4 home runs his last home start against the Rangers. He allows a big shot there. 40 runs to who? Oh, the D-backs allowed 14 to the Rockies on Saturday. Pirates score 4 fewer runs. They will set the record for most consecutive games scoring 4 fewer. That's a good record to have. Well, they're at 2 right now. They're halfway home. No, you're good. I didn't call that game. I didn't call the D-backs Rockies game. Thank God. Thank God I didn't. I would have lost my sanity. 1-1 the count to Jones. I appreciate all you guys being here. If you like what we see, like and subscribe. Helps us out a ton on the channel. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-2. And Flaherty has not had the best of months. His last 4 games, a 6.98 ERA. High point just walked off on Charleston Southern. Let's go. 1-2. 2-2 now. Is that pitch in the dirt? High point walks it off 15-14. Go to the next round of the Big South tournament. Let's go, baby. Made the Rockies pretend they're competitive. Pretty much. We made them look like an actual team. Pittsburgh gifted a generational pitcher. Respond by signing Adam Frazier, Tommy Pham. The magic of Pirates baseball, baby. The magic of Pirates baseball. It's actually incredible how quickly Skeens will be run out of town. Because of how incompetent they are. Full count here. Jones swinging a miss downstairs. First out of the inning. Now, third time through. If you thought Flaherty's been struggling this season, the third time through is really where he's been struggling. Third time through the order this season. Flaherty, a .419 batting average. A .486 OBP. An OPS of 1.228. That is really bad. 0-1 the count. It's already allowed 3 runs today. And now the guards have seen him quite a few times. 1-1 the count. Yes, because Aubrey out of town. I'll pitch in 2 years for Pirates. Yep. So you got the number 1 pick. You did everything you need to. You got the number 1 pick for this exact reason, and then you blow it. Did not offer 2-1. Yeah, if Hypo makes a tournament, oh, it would be so funny. If Hypo makes a tournament, I don't even know what's going to happen. I think Nutting's worse than Reinsdorf. Amazingly enough, I think Nutting is worse than Reinsdorf. 3-1. That pitch just misses outside. Because every high point game is like 13-12. So line up at the middle, 6-3 out. So Quano for 3 today. Fisher, look, Fisher. Here's the thing with Fisher. He spends. Fisher spends money. What he did to get the A's out was disgusting. But he will spend money. It was all calculated. It was all calculated. He cares about the team. Not the city. He gave the middle finger to Oakland. But he cares about the team. I don't think he views it as a way to balance his checkbook. 0-2. He sucks as an owner. But it's almost like, look, Stan Kroenke. It's almost like him. Like, he's a great owner with the Rams. What he did to St. Louis was awful. But I can't count Fisher. Straight miss downstairs. Thomas strikes out. He's 0-3. Flaherty bounces back after allowing the leadoff shot to Martinez, but the damage is done. Guards up 3-0 as we go bottom 5. Like, I can't count Fisher. Fisher, I think, is in a tier of his own. Like, that's one of those kind of things. The guy from Locked on Ace said he's so cheap he makes Ebony Scrooge look generous. Look at what he did this offseason. Look, he was cheap. He was super cheap in Oakland. It was part of a plan. He spent money this offseason. He spent money. He gave out some crazy contracts. He signed some guys this offseason. Like, I think that was intentional. I don't think he's cheap for the sake of being cheap. I think he was cheap intentionally. I think there's a difference. They're both scummy. Both things are really scummy to do. But I think here's how you have to look at it. If you said, okay, you have to make either Reinsdorf, or Lars Freire kind of told me I was in 2004. Yeah, that's a while. That's a while ago. But I spent money this offseason at least. If I say, look, let's say you're giving Fisher, Nutting, or Reinsdorf the New York Yankees. So they're not moving. They're staying in place. Who would I have as my owner of those 3? I'm going to take Fisher. I'm going to take Fisher on that one. I love what I've done that last name, though. I do love that. Like, they all suck. But they all suck in their own ways. But I think Fisher will have more, will be able to put together, if they go to Vegas, I think he will be able to put together a winning team. He will try to spend money and do that. Nutting will never spend. Reinsdorf will never spend. Nutting will desecrate on the franchise itself. The worst owner in NHL history. Are we counting the Island? Well, are we counting the Islanders owner? Are we counting the Islanders owner? Who literally frauded his way? Are we counting that? They're ranking the infield right now. They're still going to try to do this. How's it going, Stoley? Welcome to the chat. Fish, I'll be one to say for nothing. For sure, the writing's on the wall. Yeah. Yeah. I think with Fisher, look, he sucks, but I think you're seeing signs that, okay, he might be turning a corner. Potentially. Are they really going to play this? And it is raining cats and dogs. You can see the rain on the TV screen. They just raked the infield. They're having Bobby throw a few pitches. This one was, if you're the Guardians, you want him to go 5 because you want Bobby to be able to get the win. He's pitching lights out. And if this game gets delayed, you wonder if Bobby comes back in. He'd be off his rhythm by that point. See what the radar would be. Rain delay? Nothing yet, but it could be. See how many they try to get in this game. You gotta play 5 for it to be official. Rain delays what I do. We'll keep it on. We'll just do OT at that point. Or something worse not spending at all? Yeah. Oh, I don't disagree. I don't disagree. He gave the middle finger to the city. I don't disagree. I'm saying if you had to pick an owner and they couldn't move the team, like they were stuck there, who I think would be the best of 3, I would say Fisher. They all suck. I'm with you. Look, I'm with you. I'm with you. First pitch to Dingler, bottom of the order here. 0-1. I'm with you. That's why I think he's in a category of his own. I think he's in a category of his own. The 0-1, that one on the outside part of the zone just misses 1-1. Hutz wants to rain delay. Oh, he does. He does. Hutz wants to continue suing the Rockies for sucking. It's a real lawsuit. If you missed the news there. The 1-1 to Dingler. Fouls it off down the first base line. 1-2. Dingler 1 for 1 today. Having some pretty good ball as of late, riding a 6-game hitting streak after today. 2-2. How comparable is Fisher to the former Colts center Irsay, who moved the team out of Baltimore overnight? Well, Irsay was a nut. Irsay was a nut. Did he offer? He did not full count. Bob Irsay was a lunatic. He was a hothead. Irsay fired, he was calling plays. He fired coaches. He fired Marcia Broda and brought him back 2 days later after he won the division. He fired Marcia Broda in the middle of preseason. Fisher's not a nut. Shot back to the pitcher, 1-3. Fisher, from what I can tell, I hate the guy. He's human scum, but he at least has a cool head. Irsay was a nut. He literally was trying to decide what lineups to play, what quarterbacks need to play. He would fire coaches midseason for not going along with his plan. How the Tigers losing? Flaherty's been struggling as of late. He really has been. Bobby's pitching lights out too, but Flaherty's really been struggling. He's not the same guy that he was. Irsay, yeah, he was, yeah. Obviously, we're not talking about Jim, who just passed away. We're talking about Bob Irsay, his dad. And he was a nut. Fisher doesn't spend money. He sucks, but he stays out of the way. And granted, you could say, well, we stay out of the way by not spending money, but it was almost like the NFL version of George Steinbrenner before he got suspended. The NFL version of George Steinbrenner, but with no football knowledge. 1-1. Swing and miss 1-2. Right, the way it went down, I can't blame him necessarily with eminent domain. It shouldn't be used on sports teams. Yeah, Ted Turner was the manager role, but forced to get signed after managing 1 game. I did not know that. Tigers going to win? I do not. I have the Guards winning this one just because Bobby's pitching pretty well as of late. Flaherty is not. Who is worse? Irsay or Snyder? Oh, not even close. Snyder. Not even close. It's Dan Snyder. 1-2. Sweeney launches it into right, but got underneath it just a tad. Too much air on it, and underneath it in right is Jones for the second out. That will send Javi Baez up to bat in the 9 spot. And then we'll see if they make a decision. With the weather being the way it is. 5 is an official game. How's it going, David? Welcome to chat. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate being here, Drum. Thank you so much, man, for tuning in. First pitch to Javi. It's 1-for-1 today. Very well missed outside. But baseball teams lose a lot of games. Yep. If you're the Rockies, they lose a lot of games. Emphasis on lot. You bet on Tigers? There's still time. If you do like betting, go to oddsjam.com. Use my code GG9. Get 25% for first month. If you like betting, I'll show you what OddsJam does. They have a lot of cool perks. Promo code. Use this link here if you want to do it. They have fly ball into shallow center. Calling everyone off is Thomas. And Bybee, 72 pitches, and he's been masterful so far. Just 3 above the minimum. We go top 6 on a rainy day. Silver was the largest free contract by $1 million. St. Fisher spends. Yeah. Wow. That's honestly impressive. Dumbest sport to bet on? Baseball? For the most part. For the most part. Unless you're playing the long game. Like, if you're doing, like, okay, like, you're just going to double down every time because I can't lose all these games in a row. Like, that's one thing. But yeah, oddsjam.com, if you do want to bet, I'll show you really quickly what OddsJam does. Really, really quickly. So, we'll do a 90-second demo. 90-second demo for OddsJam. All right, here we go. So, for those of you like Mako and Jerome who bet on the Tigers and whatnot. So, we have a lot of cool things with OddsJam. They have arbitrage betting. What that is, you bet both sides, you always come out on top. So, what that means is right now, Unibet, over 10.5 first half total runs for the Braves Nats game. Bet MGM, under 10.5 for that. One of those has to hit, obviously. The plus is bigger than the minus. It's actually both pluses here. So, what you do, it tells you exactly what you need to put in. So, what you need to do, you do that. And I'll tell you, okay, put 50 down on that book, 60 down on that book. You're guaranteed to win $17 no matter what happens in that game. Pre-match arbitrage and whatnot. You can track your bets. You have a sportsbook screen with OddsJam. It shows you every single game that's taking place off the sports. Let's do baseball. And it shows you literally where you can get the best odds to in terms of where here you should go. Green is good, red is bad. We have positive EV. If you know how to do positive EV, I'll tell you exactly how much you should bet on everything, and you can do positive EV. On top of that, we have, with OddsJam, middles. So you're guaranteed, so if the middle hits, let's say it's over 9.5 and under 10.5, if 10 hits, you're guaranteed to win both. It shows you the best middles out there. It also shows you parlay builders. So let's say I want to go on DraftKings. Let's do DraftKings. Let's do a 5-leg parlay. I want plus 800 odds. And I only want it to be baseball. Show the parlay. And let's see what it can come up with. Come on. Boom. There you go. 5-leg parlay. And I'll show you things to do. If you don't like that parlay, you can do another one. We can just do that one. We go even in Japan. Why not? So it shows you everything you want with that arbitrage betting and everything. So again, click that link above. Make sure you use my code JG9. Get 25% for the first month. I love the product a lot. And you use my code, I'll be forever grateful. If you do like betting, I promise you this is the tool for you. After raking them down some more, they will be continuing to play this game. Walter O'Malley, a good owner. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely on that. Absolutely was a good owner. Turner had a plan to state a series of exhibition games in the NFL during 82. Yes, 87. Yeah, 82. I haven't done a video on that, but yeah. He was playing to, I think it was at RFK Stadium. But in October, they were trying to do that. Rockies wins divided by Broncos wins. God. 4. I'm going to go 4. Jags playing Dolphins at home in preseason. Yes, they are. Yep. Yes, they are. All right, first pitch, hardly order here. Ramirez looks at that off-speed pitch in their first strike. So again, use my code at OddsJam if you do like betting. There you go. This will be your Father Time starts to catch up to home a bit. Is it really Father Time? I mean, he's still under 30. Is it really Father Time? That's still your prime. 1-1 to count. It's not your prime. I'm old at that point. Two one. Higher number. Rockies wins. Or the combined wins, regular season plus just regular season. Combined wins, we're figuring, you would think, what, 14, 13? So that would be 41. I'm going to say NFL. NFL. Pop up. Ramirez. That's the first out. It's funny. I would say for this, well, if this goes rain delay, just do the Brewers-Pirates game. That was number 2. Well, the problem with that is that it is also very dark in Pittsburgh right now. The stands are empty. There's a giant black cloud in left center field in Pittsburgh. I'm watching that game. Fouled off 0-1. Right, he's only going to be 30, yeah. I was going to say, he's only 30. It's like, Mahomes is got drafted in 2017. Like, it feels like he's been around forever because of how many games he's won. 0-1, upstairs 1-1. Like, there was a giant cloud in left center field. A giant black cloud in Pittsburgh. And people had ponchos on there, so that's not even going to work. 1-1. So there always no one in the stands? True. The ones that are in the stands have ponchos on. Team finishing at 200 would be literally unprecedented. Yeah, but the Rockies are the Rockies. What was number 3? I don't know what you mean by what was number 3. Yeah, Flaherty's not the same. Flaherty, he's under a rough stretch right now. Again, his last 4 games, ERA hovering around 9. So line for quality start right now is check swing. He went. Oh, the black cloud? Oh, yeah. Yes. There is that. This is like a physical embodiment. Yeah, Flaherty got a 7 ERA his last 4 games. First innings, it was fine. 4th and 5th, not so much, but so retire the first 2 batters here again. 3rd time through the order, like I said, Flaherty has been rough this year. An on-base percentage allowed of about 48%. But no troubles here the 3rd time through. Oh, number 3 out on... Oh, the number 3 game? Oh, Baltimore, the Red Sox-Orioles game. And that got postponed, so we couldn't even do that anyways. 0-1, chopped to first, and he'll take himself. Torque 3 up, 3 down. So Flaherty in line for the quality start on 92 pitches. You figure that's going to be it for Flaherty. He's not got 100 in a game this season, so 92. He's got the quality start. 3-0. Yeah, so even if... That's why the donations are huge, too, for you to make the call. Even if your game... Even if you think, okay, this is like a Chris Paul 3, it's a little bit different from baseball, because something like this, if Red Sox-Orioles won, we wouldn't be doing that game today. It got postponed. Rain delays will stick out, but postponed, obviously, postponed. Gets through the heart of the order that time with ease. You figure a new pitcher coming in for the Tigers in the 7th. This year, Sanford falls off a cliff. No, I think he's got 1 more year. Why is weather such garbage everywhere now? It's not garbage in Arizona. Not garbage in Arizona. For the home team on week 3, NFL website says Finn, so does ESPN. Google says Jags, as does CBS. Huh. Well, Google, you can't trust Google anymore. Honestly, Google, you can't trust. Google AI is crap. What can you buy tickets on is the question. The Jaguars website is saying it's in Miami. The game is in Miami. The game is in Miami. Yeah, I heard in New York, New Jersey, it's pretty bad right now. 3 runs with 9 outs or 12 outs left. I doubt they do it, man. We'll see. We'll see. Well, it'll be 12 outs. If it's 9 outs, it's a good thing for you. If it's 9 outs, it means they won. If it's 9 outs, it means the Tigers won because they wouldn't play bottom of the 9th. Microsoft area on Google? Yeah, I think so. Thoughts on PFF rating age around the top receiver? He's great. He's not the top receiver. He's not the top receiver. No, I can't see Brown being the top receiver. If it's not Jalen Polk, what are we doing here, folks? Polk is clearly the top receiver. Now, any metric that doesn't have Chase or Jefferson as your top receiver probably needs to be reevaluated in terms of how your metric is calculated. Like, there are certain things with stats. Like, people create stats for everything, but you need to take a look at the stat and say, okay, if the stat doesn't put this out and confirm my bias, it's not a good stat. It's something so obvious. It's almost like if you're judging, like if you have a stat to try and calculate wins, like a WAR stat for baseball. If you're trying to do something like that, and Aaron Judge is not the number 1 player on the Yankees in your stat, probably need to reevaluate the calculations in the stat. If that makes sense. Yeah, I might stream that game. I might stream. We'll see. Looking forward to Indy? Yeah, I'll have it on the corner. We'll see how Fox screws it up. We'll see how Fox manages to screw up the Indy 500. Because I don't have high hopes for them. I don't think anyone does. Doppler indicates more rain hanging toward Detroit. Oh boy. Brewers now up 5-2. Yelich with a solo shot. There's more time in between innings because they have to keep raking the infield. Like, this is a very quick moving game if it wasn't for the constant raking of the infield in between innings. So instead of 2 hours, or 2 minutes, 20 seconds in between innings, it's a bit longer. Every outdoor ballpark should have a meteorologist. I think that'd be a great addition to broadcasts. I really do. I think it'd be a really great addition to broadcasts. Problem is that these regional sports networks are not making a lot of money as it is. So would it add a whole lot? I like rain days, fine, relaxing. That is... I mean, I get the idea. I get it. I know people that think the same way. I don't. And that's why I live in Arizona. He's not going to. He's not going to, Maple. They already announced he's not going to. So, he will not be there. 0-1 the count. You're totally fine. You're totally fine on that one. 0-1 the count. Yeah, but they already announced he's not going to be there. Down low, 1-1 the count. Like, it's one of those, are people not watching the game because... Like, is anyone watching the broadcast right now... Anyone not watching that would watch it there was a meteorologist. That's that, and I think it would cost a bit too much money for a lot of these regional networks that are kind of dying as it is. Down low, strike 1-2. Good framing job there by Naylor. Right now, Bybee, 75 pitches thrown. He's gone 106 before. He's gone above 105 twice. How's it going, Joe? Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you tuning in. We got Canes Panthers on right now. That game just started over on TNT. 1-2. Carpenter, grounder up the middle, base hit. Tigers have the leadoff man on board. I think it's the first time today they got the leadoff man on. Now Torres up to bat. And now it's third time through the order. Carpenter was not playing the best baseball as of late. Gets things started here in the 6th. The tying run now in the on-deck circle. Whew, Florida score quickly. Whew, 77 seconds in Forsling. How about that? Forsling right away. Ibanez, the new second baseman again. He came in for Torres back in the 4th. 1-0 the count. It's not even a circle. It's not even a circle. The 1-0. That one shot fouled on the third base line. 1-1 the count. Bybee, the third time through the order this season. Opponent's getting on about 32% of the time. It's pretty similar to the second time through, so he's a consistent pitcher if anything else. One count. Yeah, Florida and Dallas. Your bracket looks pretty good right now. Bracket looking sharp. If the Canes don't win a game in this conference finals, that streak is just nuts. Ibanez gets underneath it, and that will be easily playable out and left. For Quan, for the first out, winner will hold it first. So Ibanez can't do anything 2 spot. McKinstry now in the 3 spot. With 1 on and 1 out. Again, appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you like what you see, folks, make sure you do hit that like button. Subscribe. It really does help us out on the channel. Click that link above to watch today's video on the 75 Niners-Eagles game. Crazy story from that game. I should also know tomorrow we're doing the UFL at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And we're also doing an overtime stream at 5 o'clock. Maybe 5:30. I'll let you know. Because there was a pizza. So I work out at 12. my time, so 3 o'clock Eastern time. And there was a pizza place that Portnoy just reviewed that is right by where I work out. That is pretty good. I might want to try it out. So, but it's nowhere close to where I am, but it's close to where I work out. So, might try that out. 1-1 the count. It looks really good. So, I'm debating going there tomorrow. I don't know what time I'll be back by that point. But I do want to get overtime in, so we'll see. 1-1 the count. Yeah, Pacers won by 3 yesterday. Holy cow, it was a crazy game. Crazy game. 1-1. That one on the outside part of the zone. 1-2 the count. Jake the Snake Roberts. I'm not really a huge wrestling guy, so I don't know a whole lot about him. I don't know a whole lot about Jake the Snake. When I think Jake the Snake, I think Jake McCarthy. Honestly. 1-2. McKinstry watches that one outside. 2-2 the count. Bibby has gone at least 6 innings in 4 of his last 5 starts, like making 5 out of 6. Pickoff play, gets back in successfully. 23-0 this season. Jeez. I'm pretty confident it's not going to happen. Pretty confident that won't happen. You want Pacers Thunder final. That'll be fun. Canadian team wins the Stanley Cup in the next 15 years. Fact. Fact on that one. They gotta, right? Just law of averages. It's gotta happen at some point. 2-2. McKinstry into shallow center. And easily underneath it is Quan for the second out. Back-to-back routine fly balls by the Tigers. I'll send Green up to bat. And Bibby has gone over 100 twice this season. And another game he went 99. So you figure he will go 7 today. I don't think they're going to separate. I don't think they would separate. Or anything crazy, you figure Bibby will go 7. 1-0 the count. That one misses outside. You know, guards after a rough start to the season, they've been playing a lot better. Las Vegas NHL team wins 14 of the next 15 games. Got fiction on that one. Fiction on that. 1-0. Green. Line right to second base, diving to make the play, and from his knees, Martinez, with the home run earlier, throws it to Santana. The Tigers leave a man on. Great defensive play. Bibby, another good outing for him. You figure he's going to go one more. We go top 7. Guards holding on to a 3-0 lead in game number 1 of this series. It's sort of like how the Jags literally won every game except for 99. All right, that's a ban. That's a ban. Get out. Oh, man. If you like what you see, folks, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. And again, if you are a member and you want to share your support for the Guards or the Tigers, we have the emojis in for both of those teams in this AL Central rivalry. If anyone has any requests for 7-inning stretch, I will also take that here in terms of the keyboard. Any request, we'll do highest donation. We'll do 7-inning stretch. Otherwise, we'll just improv something. We'll auction off 7-inning stretch. Why the heck not? Any donation from now until the 7-inning stretch, the highest donation gets to pick the song I play after taking me out to the ball game, or attempt to play on the keyboard. If not, I'll just improv something. You figure Flaherty will be done after 6 innings. Imagine getting more times than Robbie. I feel accomplished. There you go. There you go. You did it. You made it, Joe. You did it. Can you imagine if I did that? I had no people left. I did every time the chat was lost the times to 99. I have no people left in the chat. Oh my god. Is Flaherty going to stay out for another inning of work? He's allowed just 3 hits so far. Granted, did not play well in the 4th and the 5th. Obviously, the home run to Martinez to lead off. He's awfully close to 100 pitches. He has not gone 100 this season. McDavid will go down as Barry Bonds of the NHL, all-time great that never won a ring. Also never did PEDs for all we know. Oh, they're gonna leave him out there. I'm a bit surprised by that, not gonna lie. They will leave Jack Flaherty out there on 93 pitches. Again, he has not gone 100 this season. But they're going to have him try and go a 7th. He has not gone more than 6 in any game this season. This would be his longest outing of the year. Just the second time he's gone at least 6. The other time came at home against the Padres in a 2-0 loss back on April 22nd. A month ago to the day. Downstairs 1-2. Pitch number 96 came up. The last time Jack Flaherty went 100. You got to go back to last year, September 25th. When he was with the Dodgers. Came back to Detroit. Two-two. Last time we went over 100. You got to go back to August 9th of last year. Once again as a Dodger. Against the Pirates. 2-2. That one grounder right back to Flaherty. Picks up with his glove, and it's going to be a 1-3 out. Longest outing of the season officially, 6 1/3. Sheeman goes down. Naylor coming up. The question is, do you have him face Martinez, who's 8th in the order, and he's going to be batting after Naylor. He's on the on-deck circle right now. Do you have him face Martinez at over 100 pitches another time after the home run last time? My brother flew into New York, was finally playing as Ember. That's awesome. That is awesome. Good for your brother, man. Good for your brother. First pitch fouled off, 0-1. Naylor 0 for 2 today. Dodgers Mets going to be a fun series. Dodgers Mets going to be a fun series. Marlins Angels wasn't excited to make the list. Well, that's just timing-wise. That's just timing. Marlins Angels, that game starts super late. That game starts at 10 o'clock Eastern time. I'm probably going to be going out that night because the band I like is playing at the bar. So, that's what that's about. For 8 hours, the last all Canadian Stanley Cup. The TV networks love that, I can tell you that much. 1-1. Upstairs 2-1. And officially, Flaherty is over 100 pitches. Naylor 0 for 2 today. Just 3 for his last 22 over his last 9 games. And that one in the dirt, 3-1. I would think this is his last step out. Considering the fact that Martinez hit a home run last time on Flaherty, I would assume over 100 pitches, this is it for Flaherty. This will be the last batter he faces. I would assume. Especially after that walk, where none of the off-speed pitchers were even close. 5-pitch walk. Naylor gets on board. Martinez coming up, and you have to figure. I would think. I've been wrong before. I could be wrong. You have to figure that's got to be it. Right, he's over 100. A lot of home run last time. Pirates up to 3. It's doable. They're going to make history, folks. They're leaving him in. Oh my God, they're leaving Flaherty in. Wow. They are leaving Flaherty in the game. I got to be honest, I'm stunned by this. I'm genuinely stunned. He's over 100. Martinez hit a home run last time. I don't get this at all, but let's see if Hinch and Flaherty can prove me wrong on this one. Pickoff play gets back in time. My score makes me with Canva. Yes, it is. Yep. Canva, I just do everything in Canva. Thumbnails, score bugs, it's just super easy. And it's efficient. It gets it done. The job gets done. It's the free version, too. It's the free version of Canva, so no problem there. The 0-1, that one outside, 1-1. I can't believe him in. Yep. AJ Hinch's masterpiece. We're going to see. We're going to see. Hearthyon swept in 3 straight East Conference finals. Well, Capitals was 19. Was it Lightning? Warm up in the pen. Sean Gunther. It's warm up in the pen. I think it was the Lightning. And, ooh. Man. 2-1. Fouled off 2-2. I mean, if he can prove me wrong, I'd be flabbergasted. Tigers win? It's possible. But they're not getting a bye. They got to get to the pen. They got to get to the pen. I'm just going to guess on that one. Caps, Lightning, Bruins. 2-2. Martinez fouls it off. And we're going to Caps landing Bruins. Wait, hang on. Wait. Caps, who they beat? Timeout. Caps, they beat in the first round. Timeout. Not going Capitals. 3-0. Changing my pick. Bruins. Right. Caps, they beat the first round. It's Bruins, Lightning, Panthers is my guess. Yeah. 2-2. Martinez. Line right to the shortstop. He bobbles it. Steps on the bag for one. Fielder's choice. Yeah, skill will some money. Well, I was wrong. It was a hard hit ball. But Flaherty does get the out. Martinez lines out to the shortstop and bobble. Probably could have been a double play. Probably should have been for Sweeney. They will get the out, though. Martinez does get on board, though. Penguins in the Cats 2 years ago. Oh, yeah. And Flaherty's coming out now. 6 2/3. Rain delay in Pittsburgh. So we picked the right game. You guys picked the right game on this one. Seeing as Red Sox Royals got postponed and Brewers Pirates in a rain delay. They get 3 runs. They're like, oh, you're too close to doing this. We're just gonna bring out the tarp. So new pitcher coming in. Flaherty is responsible for the man on first. 6 2/3 is the longest outing of the season. And that will send the new pitcher, Sean Gunther, into the game for Detroit. And if you like what you see, folks, like and subscribe. It does help us out a ton on the channel. Gunther, he's allowed a run in each of his last 2 outings. He didn't have a good series against the Cards. Allowed 4 hits in 1 inning of work across 2 outings. 2 earned runs. It's not pretty in the slightest bit. He's allowed a run in 3 of his last 4 outings. Go back to his last 4 outings. He has allowed 4 runs and 4 1/3. Pirates team is called for the chance to score 2 runs? Yes. That would be incredibly poetic. Can you imagine that? Hang on. Basketball, hockey, house, yep. I get that. No, Leafs haven't made the conference finals in, I think since 01. It's been a while. First pitch swinging. Noel coming in for Jones. Is that going to be playable? It is. Behind the backstop. So easy enough. So Nolan Jones out. Noel in, but before we even have time to talk about it, he pops down the first pitch behind home plate. We go bottom 7. 3-0 the score, and it is time to stretch. Let's go out to the ball game, folks. A little bit of take me out to the ball game here. Here we go. All right. Back in action here. First pitch swinging. And 5-3 out. Yeah, figured why not. Why would you bet 4,000 on the Rockies to win a game? I wouldn't bet on them to beat a Little League team at this point. I'd bet on them to win a game. That makes no sense. So Bobby only 87 pitches. Heath coming up now with 1 out. Yeah, I figured Tiger's game. Let's do some Eye of the Tiger. Just same thing with a Tiger in it. Describe a Sanders retirement in high school student terms. A student comes in from a private school to a public school, gets a B average as a junior and a senior combined, and they decide to rename an entire wing of the school after him. That's what it would be like. 0-1, fouled off 0-2. Or, I would say student comes in, the Bananas beat the Rockies. You know, if they play banana ball rules, they might. Or it'd be a student comes in for 2 years, and he gets the lead in the musical 1 year. He does an okay job. Doesn't win any awards or anything like that. And they rename the theater after him. The 0-2. Downstairs 1-2. You know, a high bid in favor of the Rockies, that makes no sense. Do I play Final Countdown? I do not. I've never played it before. I played on my actual keyboard, but never on the... Again, this is not a real keyboard. What I play on right here is this. So I'm very limited in scope in terms of what I can do. A MIDI, I can change all that. A MIDI, I can actually like do some really cool stuff. Brain Ball in there for a strike. Keith just looks at that one. Thought that was going to be inside, but some nice hard-sell movement there. 2 out. Bobby at just 91 pitches. If he gets a quick out here, can he go in 8th potentially? Went down the Rockies if they were playing wiggle ball in my backyard. Yes. 2-0 Panthers, by the way. Did the Colorado Rockies and the New Jersey Devils ever get with each other? Because it used to be the Colorado Rockies. The Rocky Picnic. Foul off, I won the count. Yeah, honestly, I think Bobby could go in 8th. If he gets Dingler out here, he can go in 8th. I don't think that's unrealistic. I don't know if you do it, but I think he'd go in 8th. He's not losing velocity. He's not losing command. He looks pretty good. The 0-1. Upstairs 1-1. Yeah, Carver would improve the Rockies in a big way. He would. He would just turn the same as a Casa Bonita. How long will have to go until the Rockies win? 84 years. 1-1, breaking ball, just misses outside. 2 on the count. Yeah, Colorado, New Jersey, 0-1. Rank the MVP seasons. Westbrook was the best. The triple-double stretch was insane. Durant, number 2. SGA, number 3. By far, SGA's number 3, and by far, Westbrook's number 1. Swing and miss outside, 2-2. We're not so good when it comes to the amount of goals Kane's giving up. Yep, not good. Not good on that. Canes are in some serious trouble here. Belmont, I don't even know who's running in Belmont. Horse getting a stretch at this point. High temperature in New York. New York City. Swing and miss. Dingler goes down. I'm going to guess 48. I'm going to go 48 on that one. Do Warren Moon and Wayne Gretzko out to dinner because of the connection? You waited 4 hours on the phone for that. Waited 4 hours on the line. Dingler strikes out. Yeah, Rockets are losing at least 125. I could see it. I could definitely see it. And the question is Bobby go another inning? He's under 100 pitches. He's gone above 100 a few times this season. 51? That was pretty close, but that is cold for late May. Memorial Day weekend. You were close to have a small prize? All right. Yeah, around 4 New York City. Yeah, that is... Oof. Rockies get a 131 percentage? Yes, I think they will. Really get the Rockies, yes. Come on with a 149. Appreciate you, man. Get you on the Mets game. I'll get you on there. Appreciate you. Get some cake. Do you like me some cake? Do you like me some cake? Never turn that down. Appreciate you, Gutman. I'll get you on that. Did I also hang on those? Yes. Irsay was the first one to call out Dan Snyder. Yep. Well, he called him out for business practices, and then they realized, oh, Snyder's taking money from the NFL. He's stealing money from us. You know, Irsay was on the forefront of saying what everyone thought, but didn't have the balls to say. Yeah, Snyder should not be an owner. He was the first to actually publicly say it. Which I gotta give him a lot of credit. I gotta give him a lot of credit for that. And Gunther only threw one pitch last inning, so you figure he's gonna go again. Let's see if it's cake any good. It looks tasty. And cake is cake. You can't really hate on cake that much. So the Dodgers moved to California in 1958. The 14 seasons no California teams in the playoffs. Oh, I cannot. I can definitely not. Don't you like cake? I do like me some cake. Vanilla cake? Yep. Should have been in prison during his ownership. Yeah, I think so. I think so with his treatment of women. I think so. On the outside corner, 0-1. Top of the order here, Juan Thomas Ramirez. Marlins deliver 3 wides to the Rockies. I think 2 of 3. Quan, deep fly ball into right field. Getting a good jump on that as Carpenter for the first out. The back of the track, hitting 7 of them. Oh, man. I have no idea. Walkoff could probably do it. I'm guessing a lot of them have to be early on, like the 60s and the 70s, when only the division winners made it, or even the league winners made it. Yeah, I'll take the cake. Yeah, I'll take the cake. Oh, I don't think that, Connor. I don't think that. Live on Friday, Q&A overtime stream, and we're also live for UFL. One other count. We're live for the UFL. Right, we're live for UFL Friday, right? Or is it something else? Which UFL game are we live for? Yeah, we're live for UFL. Battlehawks Brahmas, we're going to be live for that one. And then Q&A overtime. Feel face tightening, only good stuff. That's good. That's good. Chopped to third, stays fair. Gonna be a tough play. 5-3, low throw, but nice play. At third, by McKinstry for the second out. Gunther, 1 inning pitch so far, just 6 pitches. Looking sharp. Last weekend at UCR, we had our Spring Splash concert. Held on by Sway Lee, so I heard no flex zone. Really, he's good live. I'm impressed. I would not have expected that. I would not have expected that. I really would not have, because Jeremiah was the worst live singer I've ever heard in my life. I would not have expected that. Yeah, Sporkles? Yeah, I do Sporkles, yeah. Some of the questions that Jeremiah made that type of game. Yep. I'll do Sporkles on stream, too, for money. I'll do that. Ramirez, over the head of the shortstop. He's got his second hit of the game. Gets it over the head of Sweeney. And Ramirez with a 2-out single. He now has multiple hits in 3 of his last 4 games. Would you go and see Metallica live? Absolutely, I would. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I see Metallica live? They're great. To hear Enter Sandman live? Well, I have to know. I have to know, like, what they're going to be playing. Like, I don't want to go see Metallica and spend all that money and not hear Enter Sandman. So they don't play it every show. You know, he had a few songs in the 2010s. What would I not do for money? Like, commit crimes? Like, at the end of the day, money makes the world go round. Money makes the world go round. 0-1 the count to Manzardo. 0 for 2 today. Swing and a miss. Slider outside and low. 0-2. Manzardo this season, after falling behind 0-2, only getting on base 11% of the time. Same cruise for Christmas? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm going to say yes on that one. I'm going to say yes. I think Netflix, they can throw money around. And they've got a formula, and they're going to stick with it. And 94, if they didn't make it. 94, there was nothing. 1-2. Wolkoff might have got it. Wolkoff might have gotten it. Victimless clients, such as ordering. Oh, I mean, I jaywalk all the time. I mean, I jaywalk constantly. But that's the New Yorker in me. 1-2. Like, not in front of cars. Swing and a miss. Like I won't, like, run in front of cars or anything, but I'll cross streets when I have the red if there's no one around. Swing and a miss, Manzardo 0 for 3. Yeah, he's been struggling this season after falling behind 0-2 and cannot bounce back there. We go bottom 8. Gunther does his job. We'll see if he stays out for another inning of work. I doubt it. JG9 walk, yeah. Sweeney, Bias, Carpenter, the 8-9-1 hitters here. Star of Life and Crime, yep. First it's that, then it's selling crack, and then it's, yeah, that point. Yep. I gotta stay off the troubled path. Just gotta stay off the troubled path. At least 2 or 3 got published? That's awesome. That is awesome. I haven't made a Snorkel quiz in forever. I don't think I know the password in my account anymore. J-Walks 2 is my original name. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's a great name. I actually think that's a pretty good name. Tigers have a chance to win. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's not looking pretty. I will say that. It's not looking pretty. Yeah, no, I just submitted to a crime. Oh, yeah. Final Fantasy $20 is $20. Oh, what the heck? I was watching the video of the Blue Jays crickets throwing the first pitch. What on earth is... Had I not... I didn't see this before. Why were crickets throwing the first pitch? Maybe they throw the first pitch out every game. Who I think wins a couple? I have the Canes winning it all, but... So much for that prediction. So much for that prediction right now. I'm going to say the Panthers repeat, because, yeah, I think the Canes kind of suck in the Eastern Conference Finals for whatever crazy reason. $3-0. 15 minutes in. Yeah, this ain't good. I'm flipping to the NBA game until they score. Until anything happens, I'm flipping to the NBA game on my screen. Meanwhile, Bobby is done. He's got the quality start. He's in line for the win. Heron's going to be the new pitcher for the Guards. So head 1-0. Slider misses low. 2-0 the count. Tim Heron has been struggling a bit as of late. He's allowed a run in 2 of his last 3 outings. In fact, over his last 3 outings, 2 innings pitched, 4 runs allowed. Fouled off 2-1. The Panthers repeat. Time to call them a dynasty? No. Back-to-back's not a dynasty. Back-to-back's not a dynasty, but they're in the dynasty talks. NBA Finals game standalone? I might do that. I'm not sure yet. Not sure. Way inside 3-1. I'm not sure yet whether I'm doing it or not. Depends on when they are and the times of the D-backs games and whatnot. 3-1. Take your base. Inside, and Sweeney will get on board with a leadoff walk. Lowen Bear or Khan? Who am I saving from El Volcano? Shad Khan or Little Brown Bear? I'm saving Shad Khan. Tony Khan, give me Little Brown Bear. Give me Little Brown Bear. Javi Baez coming in. Not the way Heron wanted to start this one. Out of the pen. Heron last time he pitched was yesterday, so back-to-back days he's pitching. Went 1 inning yesterday against the Twins. 1 walk. No hits allowed. First pitch to Javi, misses outside, 1-0. Javi chops it to third. 5. Can they get the out at 4? They cannot. He's off the bag. Tough play to make. The throw would have been a heck of a throw if he got it, but Ramirez had to back up to make that play, and he could not throw to Martinez to drift off the bag. Oh, shotgun, I'm saving him. Saving him. Ramirez Snyder, I'm saving Little Bear. So first 2 men get on board. That should be a base hit for Javi Baez. That would be a tough play to We're not rolling an error. You're not rolling a fielder's choice, I don't think, because he's not making the play anyways. And now mound visit here is the tying run is at the plate. It'll come here, then shotgun. Oh, man. The 8-9 hitters get to Heron. Again, a man who's been really struggling lately. Heron, for some perspective, he's not gone 1, 2, 3 in any of his last 10 outings. Since April 28th, he's got a 7.71 ERA. Trying to get the hold here, but in a bit of a jam. The Tigers have some life in them. Pirates game still in a rain delay. One more kind of person will be regular in season 3. Oh, Lionel Hutz. It's going to be Lionel Hutz. 0-1. The outside part. Subway pizza? No. That sounds disgusting. Caps score 7 and 5, and Panthers have 8 almost 4 periods. God. A's and Reds to be dynasties. Yes, I would. I would consider that. Downstairs 1-1. I would consider them to be dynasties, yes. At the very least, the A's I would consider a dynasty. Activity in the pen. Cade Smith is warming up in case this gets out of hand. The new batter is Malloy, by the way. So Carpenter has been replaced for Malloy. 1-2. He's the new right fielder. Let's make any switches. Malloy wanders down in the dirt, 2-2. Malloy no hits his last 4 games. He's 0 for his last 10. 2-2 the count. Chiefs dynasty? Absolutely they are. Absolutely. They won 3 titles in 5 years. That's clear-cut dynasty. A bloody nose delay. Wow. 2-2. Malloy outside, full count. The Tiger fans are getting on their feet. So Malloy is able to work it full. This season on a full count, Malloy has gone on 55% of the time. 3-2. He skies it into shallow center and calling everyone off. No one's getting the ball! Oh my goodness, no one's got it! Looked like Thomas was calling everyone off and then he just didn't get the ball. And it fell between him and Martinez, and the bases are full, and that's going to be it for Heron. Thomas was running up, he called everyone off, he put his arms up saying, that's mine, and then he can't get it. He's wondering, hey, where's the ball? And it falls in between Martinez, Noel, and himself, and the bases are loaded. And Heron, another rough outing for him. What's going on? Tigers about to come back. Abania's coming up. Cade Smith entering the game. The tying run is now on board. As this game just got a heck of a lot more interesting. Load the bases. Another rough outing for Heron. And Cade Smith going to try and stop the bleeding here. And nobody out. Smith has not had the best of months. His last 6 games, he's allowed a hit in all of them. He's allowed 10 hits his last 4 2/3 with a 9.64 ERA in that stretch. The Tigers are mounting a comeback. Down 3-0. I'm like, they're not going to buy me, but they might be able to get to the pen. Tim Herring gets options. I'm going to say fiction on that. The 2010s Giants dynasty. I would say yes. I'd say 3 and 5 is a dynasty. I know that 2011-13 they didn't make the playoffs, but I would still say dynasty on that one. Bases are full. Ibanez replaced Torres early in this game. In his career with the bases loaded, Ibanez, 388 OBP. He's got 5 career grand slams. Bonnie is not playing the best ball as of late. He's 3 for his last 16 over his last 12 games. How's it going, Scarface? Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you tuning in, man. We got a crazy game here. Crazy gamer, welcome back in. I remember you. Cade Smith coming in. 80s, yes, that's a dynasty. Yes, 80s are a dynasty. Absolutely. If Yankees Dodgers World Series, more they change, more stay the same. First pitch swinging, Bonias fouls it off. McKinstry in the on-deck circle for the Tigers. Smith inheriting the jam that Heron created. He's responsible for all 3 runs. That ball never touched the glove. It's not an error. Upstairs one way. You bet on the Tigers? We'll see. It's looking interesting. They got the bases full. Oh, wait, Ibanez is gone. Wait, hang on. It's Baddoo who's the new batter. Baddoo is the new batter. 1-2 the count. So they take Ibanez out. So third and batter they use in the 2 spot today. Akil Baddoo. 1-2. Swing and a miss upstairs. Never connected even close. Late 90s? No, they're not dynasty. 2 is very rarely a dynasty, and it's not there. So they put in Baddoo instead of keeping Ibanez in, and the decision backfires. But McKinstry now. With the bases full. I should note that Baddoo in his career with the bases loaded, a 391 OBP, but forgot to update the score. Oh, with you, yeah, it's still the Panthers game, yeah. 0-1, upstairs 1-1. Yeah, I think Big Red, I think that's a dynasty. I think that's a dynasty. Yeah, thanks to Nice Jaguars. Yep, you're welcome on that one. McKinstry 0 for 3 this game. 1-1 on the outside, misses. 2-1. McKinstry has not gone on in his last 6 plate appearances. No, the Cardinals definitely not. No, definitely not. 2-1, swing and a miss downstairs, 2-2. The bases were full with nobody out. Smith inherited a jam. Got Baddoo to strike out. He's got McKinstry on a 2-2. He'll strike out there on the off-speed pitch. Back-to-back strikeouts for Smith and 2 out. Could the Tigers commit a noble Tiger at the worst possible time? I think baseball was way harder to make the playoffs back then. Yeah, Irsay, you care about that city a lot, care about the team a lot. It's going to be sorely missed. Green, first pitch, check swing. Did he offer? He did. 0-1. Right, it's almost like the Astros. Oh, 0-1. Green chases that one downstairs. 0-2. Smith. 1 strike away from getting out of this insane jam that he inherited from Heron. Heron's going to be giving him the biggest thank you card in the world. Didn't get out of this. 0-2. Fouled off. Pace is loaded. Nobody out. Smith strikes out back-to-back batters. Well, the A's dismantled the entire team. That's also part of it. The A's dismantled everything. And an owner that sucked. The 0-2. Fouled off again down the third base line. Torque in the on-deck circle. If you can keep the line moving, the power hitter. You really want to keep the line moving here. Because Torque, the 5 spot, that could be very, very exciting. If you can get on board. 0-2. Upstairs 1-2. Green 0 for 3 today. Riding a 4-game hitting streak in jeopardy here. Behind 1-2. Swing and a miss down the middle, 98! 98 on the gun. 3 strikeouts for Smith. Inherits a mess. Gets out of it. The Tigers commit a noble Tiger at the worst possible time. Bases loaded, nobody out. They strike out 3 straight times. Never make contact with the ball in the field of play. And the Guardians somehow are still up 3-0. As Green held in check today, 0 for 4. What a job out of the pen by Cade Smith. Like I said before, Smith had been struggling as of late. He allowed a hit in each of his last 6 outings out of the pen. 8 hits in his last 4 innings. But strikes out the side in order. But the Tigers get the first 3 on. Wow. I just saved the game for the Guards. The opening game of this series. No salami this time. Nope. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. We have emojis in the chat for both teams playing today. So we go top 9. What's been a really fun, really competitive game on this Thursday night. Every donation also counts toward you make the call. Help me decide which game we are calling. And help me decide Saturday night. The next Baseball Dynasty Dodgers. It's definitely going to be the Dodgers. First pitch down low. Gunther's staying out there for another inning of work. I mean, obviously on the Rockies then. The Rockies will lose the Dynasty. I'm convinced. Gunther only on 13 pitches, so they're going to leave him out there. Most he's thrown this year is 28. So we go through this game with just 2 pitchers used. Not too bad. I will say, Gunther has not come more than 2 innings and an outing this season. If he finishes this, it would be 2 1/3. Yeah, Marlins. Yeah, somebody's in trouble about that, yes. 3-0 the count. Badu in left now. Malloy in right. That pitch looked like a strike to me, but... What the... Santana's going to get on board. He cramp up? Okay, so Santana takes ball 4. Okay. So Santana takes ball 4. He then jogs to first, and he slips on the grass, and now the training staff is coming out. You don't see that every day. I can't say the last time I've seen a guy get injured on a walk. But Santana is now banged up. Looks like he's going to stay out there. You watch enough baseball, you see a lot of stuff. And that's one of the newer ones for me. Santana takes ball forward, which looked like a strike. Then slips and gets hurt, but he stays out there. Schneemann bunts it foul, won the count. Worst Tigers logo, by worst being best. The logo they had in 1927. The 1927 logo was a work of art. It is the greatest logo of all time. It's let's make a drunken tiger with no eyeballs. Like, I don't know why that didn't stay. It was a classic. It's fun for the whole family. Schneemann shows bunt and backs off 1-1. If you don't know what that Tigers logo was, that's got to be an emoji at some point. It is one of the all-time greatest logos ever. Why they ever got rid of it is beyond me. Trying to bunt again, but foul again at 1-2. So Schneemann's got to swing the bat. He's 0 for 3 today. Schneemann just 6 for his last 31 over his last 10 games below the Mendoza line. 2-2. Schneemann fouls it off down the third baseline. We say 11-2. Next dynasty other than the teams that control half the league's payroll. Astros. Let's just go Astros on that one. Or Braves. I should go Braves on that. 2-2. Breaking ball. Misses. Full count. Angels, after Trout retires, start a dynasty. Wouldn't that be something? Making no sense. Can't deal with the greatest player of all time. One of the greatest to ever play. Without him. Screw this dynasty out of nothing. 3-2 full count, fouled off. So nice job by Schneemann battling back. Pizza Coke tonight. Nice. Full count. Downstairs, Schneemann gets on board. Back-to-back walks by Gunther, and you figured he's got to be pulled at this point. He's on 24 pitches. Again, he hasn't thrown more than 30 in an outing this season. So walk the first two men. This game has a chance to get very out of hand. Still not looking good for the Tigers, but it's manageable at least. Naylor a chance to blow this thing open. He's 0 for 2 today. He's going to try and bunt his way on, pops it up, and they'll get the out at third. No, they won't! It's off the glove! It's off the glove at third! They had the easy 1-5 out, and somehow unable to make the grab is Ramirez. Not sure if that was a bad throw, but I think it was off the glove. And the Guards get a run. The throw was good. Just through the glove. Went through the glove. Gunther's throw through the glove of McKinstry. He can't make the grab. That's a definite error. I mean, that's a perfect throw. Literally right through his glove. And Naylor gets on board. Gunther's done. All right. New pitcher coming in. It will be John Brebbia. 35-year-old vet. Were the 60s out or 60 Cardinals dynasty? I would say no on that. All right. 3 straight guys get on board for the Guards. Obviously, E5 on McKinstry on that last one. Runners in scoring position, nobody out. This game a chance to get very ugly very, very quickly. So Brebbia coming in. Last pitched on May 19th. That was not a good outing. 4 runs allowed, 5 hits in 1/3 of an inning. No, it's funny. April, he was fine. He was fine in April. Actually, no, I would. I would consider that. I would consider that. Actually, I'm changing my mind on that. He had a 1 ERA in April. Then May, so far, 9 hits and 4 1/3, 14.54 ERA. It's not good. Martinez, 0-1 the count. That's into left field. That is going to drop for a base hit. Diving attempt, can't get there. Is Badu, and that will send 2 runners across. It's a double. 6-0. I think barring anything crazy, this one's probably going to be over. It's Martinez. Have the home run earlier. Gets 2 more RBI here. Swing and a miss. 0-1. No, they should not. They should not move. Noel came in for Jones earlier. He will line that one down the third base line. Just foul 0-2. Still no outs this inning. Guards have doubled their lead. It was 3-0. Guardians bottom 8th. Tigers with the bases loaded. Nobody out. Who would have thought this would be the score at that point? Who would have thought this would be what the score would be? I don't think anyone did. Downstairs, 1-2. Browns got a touchdown. See if the Lions can respond. I doubt they will be able to. Just got stuff with the goal line. 1-2 to Noel. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Noel just 1 for his last 14 over the last 8 games. Finally an out. The Tigers have the first 4 men got on board. Stephen Kwan coming up at the top of the order. Now, this changes how you use the bullpen if you're the Cards, because now it's not a safe situation. It's very, very low leverage. First pitch, bottom part of the zone in there for a called strike, 0-1. Ain't over till it's over. You were right on that. Ain't over till it's over, but it's not looking pretty. And that's fair to say. It's not looking pretty. 0-1. Inside, 1-1 the count. Yeah, Browns can just run out the clock. Yep, they could absolutely just run out the clock here. Can't run it down in baseball, though. Got to get every out. 1-1 grounder. Diving play at short from his knees. Can't make the play. Sweeney dove for the ball. Couldn't get up in time, and runners on the corners now. That's a base hit for Kwan with 1 out. This inning has gotten very out of hand, and Lane Thomas a chance to extend this even further, put an exclamation point against the best team in baseball. Kwan at first, Martinez at third. Thomas 0 for 4 today. Not playing the best ball as of late. It's a man who, for his last 7 games, and just 125. His first game back for the Guards since April 19th. I went in there for a called strike 0-2. Yeah, 4 Rivera, 1. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Then Gonzo, baby. 0-2. Thomas into center. That's deep enough to get a run across. It's a sac fly. He does his job. He does his job there. 7-0. The extra point is good. Browns in front. 7-0 with 2 outs. Ramirez. Multiple hits today. One of the hottest players in baseball. 2 for 4 today. Riding that hitting streak of his over his last 19 games now. He's sitting 384. Yeah, Womack clutch. Yep, he's a D-backs legend. Womack is a D-backs legend, baby. 1-0 outside, 2-0. Ramirez gets ahead in the count. 7-0 Cavs over Pistons. 10-2 first quarter. Yeah, we ain't in the first quarter here. I'll tell you that much. Still some fans at the ballpark. I commend them in this crap weather for being here. 3-0. As their team is down by 7. Here, this is Brebia's game to finish, seeing as this is just ugly at this point. No other way to say it. 3-0 the count. That one on the bottom part of the zone for a called strike. Red light there, 3-1. Ramirez this season, after getting ahead in the count 3-0. He gets on base a lot as it is, but after getting ahead in the count 3-0, he's getting on base 87% of the time this year. This game is going to extras. I highly doubt that one. Why text seems like the UFO playoffs? No, it's impossible. Every team's decided. Ball into left field, caught by Badu. We go bottom 9. Guards 3 outs away from a convincing win against the best team in baseball. You know, so the thing with the UFL, weeks 9 and 10, every team is decided at this point. Like, we know it's going to be St. Louis against DC at the Dome. We know it's going to be Birmingham against Michigan in Birmingham. So there's not really anything to play for. So we're doing some games over the next 2 weeks, but it's not pivotal. Like, these next 2 weeks, I honestly could not care less about the UFL, I'm not going to lie, because it means nothing. The next 2 weeks literally mean nothing. The next 2 weeks, every seed is determined, every team is determined. There's nothing to play for. So we'll call some games, but not all of them. Playoffs, we'll call them all, though. Playoffs, obviously, we're calling both games. They're up by 4. Closer game, at least, than the, hockey game taking place. The disaster in Carolina right now. So 5, 6, 7 hitters due up here for the Tigers. So yeah, not that it really matters a ton, because right now it's 7-0 in the bottom of the 9th, and Carolina, I think it's 3-0 in that one after 1. It's not good. First pitch way inside. Festa, the new pitcher for the Guards. We'll just call this out. 1-0. To Torque. That one on the inside part of the zone. 1-1. Yes, the UFL, baby. Pops it up. It's going to go foul. Is that going to stay in play? It will. And making the play at first is Santana. Biggest gesture in Carolina since Roanoke. Jeez. Whew. Keith coming up. He's 0 for 3. That one, fly ball in the center field, shallow center. Thomas got pulled. So second out. Is that? No, that is Thomas. That is Thomas. Second out. A lot of changes today. One more batter. Down to their last out. Can Dingler prevent the shutout? First pitch fouls it off 0-1. The Guards will improve to 27-22. The Tigers, best team in the American League, coming off that series win against the Cards. They'll play 3 more against the Guards this weekend. Fouled off 0-2. Category 1 Hurricane at Lenovo Center. Expected downgrade to tropical depression by the time it hits Florida. I think it's already to tropical depression right now. I think it's been downgraded even more after that first period. 0-2. Check swing. Did he offer? He did. That's your ball game. 7-0 your final. The Guards score 4 in the top of the 9th. Was 3-0. Bases loaded, bottom 8. Nobody out. The Tigers get nothing. They strike out 3 times. Smith, probably the MVP of this game. Magic out of the pen, and then the Guards extend their lead in the top of the 9th. MLB North Carolina? Yes, at some point it will. At some point it absolutely will. It absolutely will. All right, let's do some overtime. Why not? Let's do some OT. All right, here's how this works. We're going to 5 minutes on the clock. Everybody should increase the time we're on stream. Once that clock is 0, it's the end of the stream. Yeah, that game was looking for a little bit. And then... Or was category 4 in the hurt when it started? Yes. Beautiful playoff matchups. You got St. Louis against DC. And you got Michigan against Birmingham, and that's going to be in 2 weeks from now. So let's do some overtime. Again, every donation increases time we're on stream. See what it takes to get into the queue. Anything and everything goes at this point. As this game is over. Guards wins 7-0. But again, we are not done. Just because this game is done does not mean that we are done. Just because the Tiger Bats were dead today does not mean we are dead. We are still alive and kicking. As we do this overtime period. Again, every donation, let me know which game you want me to do. I will get you on the call for it. Kelly with a 5-er. I know which one. Oh, boy. I know which one we're doing. Oh, let's go. Let's go. I got you. I got you on that one. I already know. All right, let's put this in. You see what it takes to get into the queue? I already got the ball rolling with Keller. Appreciate it. And you want the Dodgers, so I'll get you on that. We got David with the 2. Which game do you want? I'll get you on the call for that. Mary Career's badminton rant. Athens 04. Oh, boy. All right, which game do you want to get you on it? And Keller with another 2. Appreciate you, man. Phineas and Ferb Season 5 sneak peek. All right. We got Michael with the tour. Tears in a vial. Tears in a vial. I got you on the Guards. I knew that. You want Dodgers Mets. All right. So that's easy enough. We'll put 66 there. 4 now goes there. Appreciate it. I'm going to reset the clock in a little bit. So give me a second here. We'll do that. So we're going to go 2, 2... 7 little bit. There we go. All right. Let's see the ChatGPTs for a little bit. Mary Carrillo. I know Jack. I know Jack too. And coming to Robbie Wyckoff silhouettes. All right, we'll do that. Okay. Mary Carrillo, Badminton, Rand, Athens, 04. Missing Verb, Season 5, sneak peek. I haven't seen it yet. I know Jack. Tears in a Vial. Then Robbie Wyckoff silhouettes. Perfect. All right. Get y'all on the call for that. Appreciate all you guys a ton. Where are we at? Watching Panthers Canes, my condolences. Unless you're a Panthers fan, in which case, no condolences on that. You're probably loving life right now. Probably loving life if that's what you're doing. You also know Jack. Me, yeah. There you go. We got Connor with a 5er. Michael Jackson, Erdsong. I didn't know he was going to do Erdsong at the London shows. All right. Michael Jackson. I do love this. That's one of my all-time favorite songs by him. The ending is just incredible. Last Rehearsal, 09. All right. Get you on the call for that. I love that song. Rob with the 6er. Oh, boy. All right. Which game do you want, Rob? We'll get you on the call for that one. Oh, my goodness. All right. Everyone's coming in hot right now. I love it. Thank you, man. Thank you. Lionel Hutz creates his own arbitration show called The Stupid Court, which becomes a lot like Jerry Springer. Lionel Jr., his own son, his own flesh and blood, rats him out to the FCC. Oh, God. I just have it on background? Makes sense. Makes sense. "12 shots a goal across both teams twice against play." That is bad. That's not fun hockey. That's not fun hockey. That is such a good prompt. Oh my God. Hang on. Let me just get the dollar amounts in. Kill with a 5er. Appreciate it. Hang on. Let's get you on this. Hang on. Give me one quick second here. Yeah, there we go. In honor of Vibe Type, Duke builds Constructionator to speed up all road construction. That's like a good idea. I wish that would be a thing. I wish that would be a thing for sure. All right, so we will get 6 on the Tigers, 5 more on the Dodgers. Reset the clock. Snitches get stitches. Classic legal doctrine. Classic legal doctrine. Oh, man, we got a lot of ChatGPTs. I love it. This is going to be fun. These are some good requests tonight. Doof builds Constructionator to speed up all road construction. All right, so. You see what it takes to get into the queue? Now I got to put 5 more on the Dodgers game. $81 on the Dodgers right now. You guys are coming hot donations today. This just started today, by the way. So already 100 today. I really, really appreciate you guys. Really, really appreciate you guys a ton for this. Again, if you haven't seen today's video, click the link above. We have an overtime stream tomorrow, and we also have, wow, I cannot speak. We have Battlehawks game. We have the Battlehawks against the Battlehawks game against the Brahmas. All right, go for it. Go for it. All right, Mary Carrillo, Badminton. All right, here we go. Okay. Okay, so far, so good. That seems pretty cheap, actually. It's actually pretty cheap. Count with the 5er. Steph Hire received a short chase field to force the D-backs to relocate. Oh, boy. That's a lot of goose feathers. Wow. Wow, they're all from the left. I didn't know that. I know about shuttlecocks. It's all from the left side of the goose. Yeah, that cannot go 200 miles an hour. Tracy. This is not a Batman anymore. This is just a frustrated parent airing. Right ever. This is so relatable. As someone that literally had a badminton net that we set up in the summer with a tree. Look at the hose. She's just stand-up comedy like, this is great. Oh my god. We went from playing Bem in the backyard to now your Jeep is dented. Baby dog rescue. How'd she do this on the fly? This is incredible. That is how you fill time. That's incredible. Oh my god. That is amazing. That is one of the greatest comedy bits ever. Oh my god. That's how you fill time. That was incredible. Banjo with a $5. Which game do you want me to do? I'll get you the call for it. Which game do you want? Let me get you on it. LeBron throws a temper tantrum after the Maple Leafs losing another series in Game 7. It's existential crisis with being a Leafs fan. All right. Don't care, so vote. All right. Okay. Do you want me to do Lobin Bear or Caillou? Because Caillou is Canadian. I think it makes more sense for Caillou. But if you want to do Lobin Bear, that works. That works too. The Spear is what the O2 Arena was like when it first opened. Well, the O2 Arena was a disaster. The O2 Arena was a disaster. A famous economic disaster. The Spear, I know it's losing some money, but it's a marvel in the way that O2 never was. Ever was not the Millennium Dome anymore. That was incredible. Oh my god, how have I never seen that before? Everything she said is true, though. Having played badminton, that is 100% true. Alright, sneak peek. Phineas and Ferb Season 5. Alright, summer blockbusters. Oh, we see him in school! We actually see him in school. Research layer? No. No, it was always supposed to be for the Millennium. Feels so weird seeing him in school. Mets Dodgers is the winner. 2 weeks from now. Even the teacher's like, yeah, just sing. It's like we're all checked out. There's only 1 day left. Like, we're all checked out. Oh man, the music still hits. Huge French guy. I think I'd like to be a Canadiens fan. Maybe throw him as a Habs fan, Leafs fan. All right. All right, we got Doof. All right. I love they not. I love that she says those back. Oh my god. Okay, so we know it's not during a leap year. I love the acknowledge, yeah, Doof tried to be good, but now he's back. I have so much hype for this. Yeah, it was originally the Millennium Dome, yes. It was originally for the Millennium Celebration, yes. It was a disaster. It's a financial disaster. It did not do as well as they thought it was going to do. Joe the Fava. Lumber, can you go to Game 7 of the 26th Stanley Cup Finals? Leaves lead by 32 minutes left, but the Avs score 4 straight. 2 more weeks till it starts. Oh, where'd Perry go? Oh, boy. He's building a scorpion? Oh, no, he's fighting a scorpion. All right, here we go. He emailed us. God. That's great. That is great. The voice actors sound exactly the same, too. Red Bull hot tub. How is a third grader having Red Bull? Oh. Not sure if people can become evil again. I mean, no one watched Milo's, so, like, he's just back to... God, this looks so good. You know, Furman, he barely talked as it was. Like, I don't recognize a single thing. That is great. Oh, man. They nailed the humor, too. This is, I have high hopes. I have high hopes. That looks really good. That looks really good. I'll be watching first thing. All right, Tears in a Vial. Got some Megadeth coming up. How about I Know Jack, and then we got a lot of ChatGPTs. Also, the finale was a time jump, so... This does not sound like Mustaine. It's like a Bon Jovi song off the Bounce album. Yep, finally we're in Transducer Channel again, yep. This feels like Every Day by Bon Jovi. I've got a lot of like 2000 Bon Jovi vibes on this one. I need to see Kermit give the commencement speech. I heard he was doing it. I cannot wait to see that. This is my favorite song off the album so far. It's my favorite one off the album. But you know what's Mile Murphy's Law? They did not. No one. I don't think a lot of people watch that show. I wish they were Stellar and Waldorf were in attendance for Kermit just to roast him. Oh God, that'd be great. Favorite Stellar and Waldorf joke? I don't know. I don't know if I have one. I mean, they're all pretty similar. Oh, now we get the triplets. All right. We haven't seen a lot of final choruses on this album. I'm assuming this is going to be another one of those where just a good ending. Odds how everyone's ring the Pacers? I mean, it's pretty high. It's pretty high. I'd say 40%. All right, next up. Since season of MML, they had briefly appear most of the episodes. Kind of felt like they were trying too hard to get the old audience back. Yeah, but no one really knew about that show. So it's one of those, like, let's just pretend it never happened. I know Jack. Wait. Time out. Okay, 41 seconds. Okay, this is a shorty. Alright, this is a really short song. The first Pacers MVP to join the NBA? I think it could be. Wouldn't bet against it at this point. Wouldn't bet against it. Okay, well, that was a good solo. About 40 seconds though. That's a quickie. That was gonna be like an intro or something, but no. All right, Robbie Wyckoff, Silhouettes. All right. It's a perfect montage music. This is great satire. Was it less than 4 Judge? No, we got Michael Jackson Earth Song, last rehearsal, so we're not done yet. We're not to the last thing yet. This is it's such a perfect parody. I love how meta Phineas Firm can get. And they make good songs, too. God. That was good. Alright, Michael Jackson, Earth Song. Hadn't seen Silhouettes in forever. Hadn't seen that in forever. Alright, Earth Song, last rehearsal. Earth Song. One of my all-time favorite songs by Michael Jackson. He's obviously going to take it down a half step. You can't hit those notes anymore. The song should have been bigger in the US. I used one of the songs. Map I used my tour. All good, man. He's lip syncing here. This is lip sync 100%. Wait, maybe not. Oh no, he's not lip syncing. Why not try the US? That's a good question. How's it going, Cujo? We're in overtime right now. There's some parts that sounded identical to the record, just a different step. First season both championship games went to overtime. Was it 2018? Was it 2018? It might be 2018. Yeah, I don't know why this song didn't. It's so long. That's part of it too. And it's like around the time of like 95, a lot of R&B. Wasn't like ballads like this. It's like a 6-minute song. And also Michael Jackson was kind of like on the way out back then. That's correct? Oh, wow. I honestly can't tell if he's lip syncing or not. I can't tell if he's lip syncing. So it sounds identical. Yeah, yeah. He does not look well. He does not look well. He is no, like... Yeah, he's lip syncing. He looks so frail. Looks so frail. For nothing now. Yep. Rock off Michael Jackson, but he turned it down. I mean, that'd be a good Michael Jackson song. He could do it. He could pull it off. Like, that's one of those... There's some songs where like, I can't see how they could do it. Like, Britney's... Like, Hit Me Baby One More Time was original for TLC, and I'm like, okay, I don't know about that. But that I could see Rock Your Body with Michael Jackson. Alright, key change. How the heck is it going to do this? Yeah, there's like no power in his vocals with this one. Like, the whole point of this is like there's supposed to be power behind it, like anger. There's no anger in this. How Much Before Death was filmed? Oh, this was already going to be a documentary beforehand. Yeah, there's no like power in this. Okay, this part's not lip synced. The final part's not lip synced. 9-part synopsis of less of a Perry fighting Robot Scorpion. Oh. Yeah, no. Oh, yeah. Yes. I love that. The graphics on this are insane, too. I would have seen this store. Yeah, this part's not lip synced. But you can tell. He is not well. Wish I can't watch Prime with Disney Channel. Yeah, I'll just wait for Disney Plus. But I do have Disney Channel, so. This song is so good. It's one of his best songs ever. Yeah, that also did not help. Yeah. Yeah, the medications definitely did not help. Yeah. Yeah, that led to his death, yes. Yeah. He was on a lot of drugs by that point. Trying to get this show up. He was working like a madman. Alright, let me get these ChatGPTs in. A few of them in already. Oh, I can't wait for the revival. I cannot wait. So from Metallica or Megadeth? Oh, man. I'm going to go Metallica, but it's close. It's close. Right, evil again, hashtag evil, yep. I do love that. They retcon everything beautifully in the first few minutes. It's like it feels like we're seeing an old friend again. It seems like we're picking up right where we left off. All right. Now, the trial was a long one. on the news the entire, like, every moment of that trial was on, every moment of that trial was on the news. It's like the first ones I vividly remember watching or hearing about, like, every single detail. All right. Let's do this. Get this other ChatGPT in. Again, you see, for the first round episode, top 2, we're going to be back there. Probably not. Probably not, because there were so many great songs and so much with that. I don't think it's going to top it. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's one of the first ones I remember well. That's one of the first ones I remember well. Yeah, if we're putting that episode about best time on time for, is it? Yes, it is a very high bar. Right, Mega is superior in terms of musicianship, but James is better in terms of vocals. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. All right. Let's see if this works. Right, they did not put out Sin Anger. They did not put out an album with a tin can drum. They did not do that. But we've only heard 2 songs off the album so far, and they were the singles, so God help me for the rest. I'm terrified. Oh, God. This one's good with Little Bear. Hang on. Hang on. We got 6 ChatGPTs. We're going to make the 6th one in right now. So. Yeah, the Stros are finding something. They're finding something. That AOS is just a nightmare of a division right now. Sin Anger is as bad as people think it is. The tin can drum is just crap. From everything I've heard, they're parts of songs. They're not actual songs. They're just fragments. Frantic, tick, tick, tick fragments of songs with tin can drum for whatever reason. Orioles fans get a rematch? I go Panthers. All right. All right. We've got the 6 ChatGPTs. I'm just going to wait for the clock to hit 0, and then we will start the ChatGPTs, because it's only at 20 more seconds until it hits 0. Pretty sure I guys tuning in for this one. We got 6 ChatGPTs to take care of. And obviously increase. Maybe it's people hate saying words because what to expect from a Metallica album. Well, just it's painful to listen to. It just, like, there are certain albums that, like, I wasn't expecting from that artist, but you can listen to them. You can't listen to Saint Anger. It's just noise. It's just a trash can. Creep Show, never seen Creep Show. All right, clock's at 0. It's $5 more gets in the queue at this point. Meanwhile, let's do ChatGPT. First step in the queue. Lionel Hutz. This is a real lawsuit, by the way. This is a real lawsuit. A Rockies fan is suing the Rockies. D-backs don't play tonight. D-backs do not play. They have the night off. Tomorrow they play the Cardinals. So they have the night off today. Which I think we need. Just to replenish the bullpen and get J-Mart back. But the Rockies have been sued by a fan after he got hit by a foul ball, and his argument was that I wasn't paying attention because the product was so bad that it's not worth paying attention to. Lionel Hutz is going to represent this fan. That part's obviously not true, but the lawsuit actually is true. Right, the guitar solos. Yeah, there's no solos on the album. There's no solos. That also is a kind of a problem. We're making a rock and roll album. But we're in the courtroom. Mr. Hutz, you may proceed with your opening statement. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, have you ever gone to a baseball game expecting excitement, and instead you got hit in the face with fast-moving disappointment? Well, that's exactly what happened to my client, Mr. Bob Fielder. And you might be thinking, but Lionel, foul balls are part of the game. And to that I say, not when the game is so boring you could put a hummingbird to sleep. You see, folks, as he wiping himself with a hot dog wrapper, the Rockies are not just bad. They're not last place bad. They're so bad you start looking at your nachos like they might be more exciting than Nolan Jones' batting average bad. My client wasn't distracted by his phone. He was chatting with a friend. He was distracted by ennui, apathy, and the Rockies' tragic refusal to fill a competitive ball club. Yeah, the lawsuit's going to go nowhere. What's funny, though, is they're actually... The lawsuit... Hang on, just speaking about the lawsuit really quickly. There's 2 parts of the lawsuit. This is a throw everything in the wall to see what sticks. So there is a part of the lawsuit that says, based on where he was sitting, it is impossible to see a foul ball at that speed coming to you, because it's a blind spot. But now he's also claiming, yeah, the team was bad, so he wasn't paying attention. So this is a let's stick everything in the wall and see what happens. That part's not going to last. But the part about, well, I was sitting in a certain section, the ball came at that speed, there wasn't a net, and no reasonable person would be able to recover in time. That part might have some merit. But we'll see. But this is throw everything in the wall and see what sticks. Yeah, the Shiro draft fiasco. Yeah, it's a good time to be a lawyer in Colorado right now. It's a good time to be a sports lawyer there. Mr. Hutz, this is a personal injury case, not a Yelp review. Oh, you got me, Your Honor. But let's not pretend this isn't criminal. I mean, have you seen their bullpen? Hutz is now whispering to Bob as Bob is putting his head down. Don't worry, Bob. We got him right where we want him. Confused and slightly amused. I've been a real lawyer, the realest kind. One who accepts payment in Coors Light and Old Rockies bobbleheads. Now sit tight. I'm going to subpoena the concept of mediocrity itself. Now he goes to the final verdict. In the case of Bob Fielder versus the Rockies, we find in favor of the Colorado Rockies. Hutz can't believe it. Bob slams his foam-fingered fist on the table. You simply had a slam dunk, Hutz. Different sport, Bob, but same spirit of blind optimism. He stands up and turns to the judge with a signature swarmy grin. Your Honor, I move for a retrial. On the grounds that the jury failed to appreciate how unwatchable Rockies games have become. Also, I may have parked on the judge's spot and would like to plead temporary blindness. Motion denied, and your car is being towed. Joke's on them. I borrowed that car from Dr. Nick. The bailiff approaches to escort him out. Hutz begins scooping his papers into a briefcase full of Cheez-Its. This isn't over. I'll take this to the Supreme Court of Sports Misery. And if not there, then Channel 6's Eyewitness Losers at 10. He trips on his way out and knocks over Dinger, the cardboard cutout of him. I love it. I like parked on the judge's spot, too. That's definitely a Hutz thing to do. Speaking of Hutz, he creates a new show called The Ethical, or the Stupid Court. And his own dad, or his own son, rats him out to the FCC. Justice has left the building. Here we go. Lionel Hutz. He's sipping his novelty Sue Me mug. Okay, folks, today we're selling more justice than you can shake a subpoena at. Let's meet our first litigants. Case number 1. Cat abandonment in the first degree. Your Honor, my cat Fluffykins used to sleep on me every night. Then one day, he chose the radiator. It's been months. Defenses the cat. He hisses loudly. Oh boy. This is worse than when I sued myself for emotional damages and lost. I hereby sentence Mr. Fluffykins to 90 days of forced cuzzles and, just spitballing here, reparations in tuna. The audience cheers. Fluffykins lunges at a boom mic and chaos ensues because now the cat's running over the studio. Now, backstage, his son is watching this. This isn't justice. It's trauma on tape. FCC? Yeah. Made to report egregious abuse of the First, Second, and possibly Fifth Amendments. Abuse of the Second Amendment? The right to bear arms? How on earth? How is this abuse of the Second Amendment? The right to bear arms? Okay. And Hutz Jr. is the smart one here. We go later that day in the case. Case number 2, Waffle Iron Marriage Feud. Your Honor, we exchanged vows in front of a certified Elvis impersonator. Now she's cold and unresponsive. It's like she's ghosting me. Technically, she's ghosting your breakfast. But let's bring in for questioning anyway. The bailiff plugs in the waffle iron. It sparks. Oh, she mad. The audience erupts into jeers and laughter. Order! Or at least try decaf. Suddenly, the doors burst open. Hutz Jr. follows with the FCC agents. Dad, you're embarrassing the entire legal profession. And that includes YouTube lawyers. Don't drag legal into this. Mr. Hutz, you are hereby ordered to cease and desist all broadcasting activities effective immediately. I object. On the grounds of being fabulous, the audience owes, a brawl breaks out. The waffle iron steams, so now the whole studio is on fire. But at this point, the show has been canceled. The FCC cuts it off. Now, in Moe's Tavern, Lionel is drinking. I'm not sure we ever saw him in Moe's Tavern. Heard his show got canned, probably for the best. My cousin sued his own beard after watching. I just want to make the law accessible, Moe, and maybe famous. And also get a line of branded judge robes at JCPenney. Lionel Jr. enters and joins with the bar. Dad, you turned a courtroom into a circus. But your ratings were oddly impressive. I was going to do a spin-off called CSI Small Claims. Look, maybe you shouldn't be in charge of justice, but you are a showman. Why not use that for good? Like the ethical court? Justice with a conscience? Let's just start with less felonies, okay? Rest in peace to the stupid court. The greatest show on TV. I feel like Lionel Hutz would actually do that. I feel like Lionel Hutz could actually do that in real life. Or in the show. Now, Phineas and Ferb. Doofenshmirtz builds a constructionator to speed up road construction. Right? An episode of Phineas and Ferb based off of that premise. So, with that, let's see what we got. Ferb, I know what we're going to do today. We're going to build a self-repairing smart road system. He holds up a blueprint that looks way too advanced for the modern era. Isabel walks in with the fire signals. What you doing? We realize that road construction always takes forever and blocks traffic. So we're going to build roads that can fix themselves instantly. We can help. Cut to Doofenshmirtz. Doofenshmirtz, evening, goes through road construction. Every morning I try to drive to work and bam! Detour signs, giant orange cones. Some guy staring into a pothole with a clipboard. You ever sit in traffic so long you start questioning your life choices? Like, maybe I should have just taken that internship at Denny's instead of going to evil science. But not anymore. Behold, the Constructionator. It speeds up every road construction project by 1,000%. No more delays, no more detours, no more guys in reflective vests just standing around. He slaps the giant button dramatically. The Constructionator wears to life. Cut to Agent P headquarters with major monogram. Agent P, Dr. Doofenshmirtz has built something called the Constructionator. We don't know what exactly it does, but honestly, traffic's been amazing this morning, so just check it out anyway. I got to the office in 5 minutes today. 5. Still better safe than sorry. Go get him, Agent P. Agent P salutes, jumps into the secret subway launcher. Back in the backyard now, Phineas and Ferb, they're building the nanobots that roam the roads. They seal cracks or paint lines with laser precision. Isn't it dangerous to give the nanobots this much power? Only if they unionize. Suddenly, the roads around Danville start tearing themselves up and rebuilding at hyperspeed. That's odd. We didn't program them to work on roads outside the backyard. The streets of Danville now, as the mayor is wondering what the heck's going on. Is this efficient tyranny? Yes, it is. Agent P bursts into the lair at this point. Barry the Platypus, just in time to witness my perfect plan. Once everyone sees how fast my Constructionator works, they'll pay me to run the entire city's infrastructure. I'll be the CEO of Bottles. Agent P fights Doof as the Inator goes haywire. I don't know why you're fighting Doof at this point. It seems like it's a net positive. It starts rebuilding streets so fast it tears apart parked cars and reassembles them into traffic cones. Oh, God. Now, Candace is trying to bust Phineas and Ferb during all this. Mom, Phineas and Ferb built a robot road that's taking over the city. Really? Traffic's been the best it has been in years. Even got early to my yoga meditation fusion class. Oh, as Candace is now upset that they're not busted. Just as she turns away, Doofenshmirtz's Constructionator misfires, it blasts itself, and collapses into a pile of bricks and orange cones. Well, at least now I have a perfectly paved driveway. Go Super the Platypus! Oh yeah, I can imagine background music in this. Oh yeah, it's so perfect. MP gives him a thumbs up. So I guess it was going to help the city. I don't know why Agent P's the bad guy in this. But, well, we're probably going to end up helping the city roads, but at least we improved the street. And possibly invented sentient asphalt. The subway potholes, please don't park on me. He's talking more than Ferb at this point. And now the roads are fixed for the moment. And Danville, I guess, is saved from something. I don't know. Doofenshmirtz seemed like he was doing a good thing there. All right, next up, Stephanie's going to move the D-backs. The Salt Lake City hires Doof to build a Destructionator device to destroy Chase Field. All right. It is a time of turbulent fandom. And $5 more gets in the queue at this point. I should also note it is Thursday, so give me a second here. $50 or more by any one person. Any song on this list. Hang on. The live band. But MLB is in disarray. And for a surprise coup at the winter meetings, Stephanie of Taylor Prime has usurped the league throne, overtaking Rob Manfred. Yeah, it nails Phineas and Ferb. It nails Lionel Hudson, nails Phineas and Ferb. It nails it perfectly. I don't know how, but it's really good. ChatGPT is really good at Phineas and Ferb. It really is. I don't know how. Like, this is one of the good things for AI. Like, there's a lot of stuff, like, people are now creating AI videos that you can't even tell with a new Google thing. Like, there's a lot bad with AI. This is one of the goods. Just creating Phineas and Ferb episodes out of nothing. Just feed an idea, will feed a perfect episode. They can retweak a few things and actually make it work. It's not bad at all. All right, the newly self-appointed Commissioner Supreme. She rules from atop her throne in Oracle Park. Haunted by inner battles between the Mac Moons of Bipolarian and the Chaos Storms of Elon. Wait, hang on, blah, blah. Just saying to get the part where she moves the D-backs. All right. Yep, here we go. So, executes the vision of Doof. Banished from the Tri-State system, but still active in the shadows. He is going to create the Chase Field Deciminator to erase the D-backs from existence, one retractable roof panel at a time. The link isn't safe. Oh, it's safe. Don't worry. It is safe. Just click on the bottom. Trust me, the link is safe. The link is safe. Guaranteed it's safe. I've seen it many times. I don't know why it wouldn't be safe. That's how you access the list. So I don't know why it wouldn't be safe. But it is 100% safe. So my girlfriend and I share cringy art to laugh at. Yeah, this is not that. Yeah, this is actually kind of good. All right, so now we're going to see what happens as Salt Lake tries to get a team in the D-backs. The desert is dry, and so is their fan engagement. Utah is fertile, loyal, snow-capped. It's poetic. The Dimebacks must move. Salt Lake shall rise. But, Commissioner, Chase Field is a landmark. destroying it with landmarks fall, empires rise. Have Doofenshmirtz prepare the Chase Field Decimator Ordinator. Dr. Doofenshmirtz is now doing this. Yes, my most glorious project yet. First, I disintegrated the Tampa Bay Trop. Then I tried to melt the Marlin sand with a humidity ray. But this is personal. That Chase Field Charles Center refused me service. He flips a switch. Inator Prime begins charging. Chase Field, oh boy, here we go. Inside the D-backs clubhouse is chaos. The hologram buzzes to life. Mark Race is now an aged Jedi-like figure, and he appears. The commissioner has lost her mind. Doofenshmirtz is building a weapon that will destroy Chase Field. You must hold the line until we can convene the Sabermetric Rebellion. What about the league, the Players Union? Forget the union. We need the force of the fans. The ragtag squad of mascots, retired players, and scorekeepers pilot a fleet of bobblehead-shaped fighters. Buster Posey returns from retirement to lead the resistance. If we lose Arizona, who's next? Kansas City? Oakland again? This time, we fight for the standings. Doofenshmirtz is now going to press the button. The red button blinks. Let history remember me not just as a commissioner, but as the woman who erased mediocrity from the galaxy. And also as the person who finally made an angel a respected term. Fire. The backstory is the churro stand refused him service one time. They were out of churros. That's his backstory. The Chase Field Decimator charges up, lightning sparking from its core, and a streak of lights appear from the sky. Chase Field is no more. Stephanie has moved the team. The same gets destroyed, and Doof gets his churro. Beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, Little Brown Bear melting down after the Leafs lose Game 7 against the Panthers. Here we go. The Leafs lose. Little Brown Bear is frozen, wide-eyed, mouth agape. A single fruit snack falls from his paw in slow motion. Little Brown Bear, he is furious. Safe to say. I'm done. I'm leaving this family and joining the Oilers. He rips off his oversized Leafs jersey, throws it into the fireplace. He starts chanting, "Burn, burn," as he's throwing his clothes into the fire pit. The bear is now snapping. Why does God hate Toronto? Is this a curse? Do we anger a hockey witch? Sweetie, maybe take a deep... I took a deep breath in 2013. I've been holding it for a decade. He's only 4. Apparently he's been holding his breath since -8 years old. So apparently that's a real thing. He climbs into a coffee table. So he's now thrown his jersey into the fire. He's destroyed the fire pit in his home. He's now destroying the coffee table. Hope is a lie. Loyalty is a trap. The NHL is a conspiracy. Batman is a lizard. Papa Bear is now muttering. Surely a Bruins fan like his cousin. Little Bear rips down the playoff bracket he made in preschool. So the bracket he made literally yesterday. Crayon Panthers leap joyfully over Crayon Leafs. He eats the bracket. So he's now eating the bracket. I believed in you. Wait, he's got something in his mouth. So we're gonna try and emulate that too. His bracket's in his mouth. We're gonna just emulate this. Oh God. Yeah. So then he was fracturing. He had merged with the pain of every Leaf since 1967. Every Game 7 loss now happening in his head at once, as he's in an existential crisis. He mutters Matthews is leaving over and over. He's rocking in front of a wall. If they can't win with this core, then what's the point of rebuilding? If every season ends in heartbreak, then why keep trying? Is this what adulthood is? He slams a juice box like it's whiskey. Next year. There is no next year. There is only Game 7. Maybe I need to talk to someone. Yeah, a therapist. Or a Panthers fan. Little Bear is now staring out his window. Rain falls. And Little Bear is just staring out the window blankly. After destroying the fire pit, the coffee table, his jersey, his paper bracket. And credits roll. Hard cut to black. No music. Kind of sound like a little bit with paper in my mouth? Did I really? With a tissue in my mouth? Did I really sound like a little bit of God, we are never doing that again. Until next time. That was just a tissue. Just a tissue. The Kleenex was used for a chat GPT AI prompt. Tell me what the creators of Kleenex intended when they made that product and sold it. All right. Next up, the last ChatGPT. Cayula go to Game 7. The Stanley Cup Finals. Hang on, let me try this again. Because I didn't put that part in. Give it on MLB and T-Wolves and Thunder. Yeah, we got a good game there. Not a good game the Panthers won. Hang on. Let's see. All right, that should work. All right, here we go. So, Leafs up 3-0. Avalanche score. No, what the heck? How do they let that happen? This is so unfair. My snacks taste like garbage now. Why can't the Leafs just win for once? A little brown bear. That's what we get for rooting for losers. Leafs are going to choke so hard. It's going to be hilarious. Get ready to cry, buddy. 25 seconds later, they score again. No, this is a nightmare. The Leafs goalie is the worst goalie in the world. This can't be happening. I want to scream forever. Oh, you going to cry now? Maybe you should stop being so obsessed with the Leafs. They always let you down. The Canadians never do. Avs score 25 seconds later. Leafs fans go silent. Little River's about to explode. No, this can't be real. We had it. We had it. This is the worst day in history. I want to throw my toys and watch out again. No, Army Navy should always be its own week. I would not be in favor of that. Well. Looks like your Leafs just choked a 3-goal lead. That's time to pick the wrong team, buddy. Maybe next time pick the Canadians and win something for once. 25 seconds later, the Avs score and they win 4-3. They complete the greatest comeback of all time. No, I hate this game. I hate hockey. I hate everything. This is the worst night ever. Why did this have to happen? Loser. The Leafs blew it big time, just like I said. You crybaby Leafs fans always get their hopes crushed. Maybe next year you can try not to embarrass yourself so hard. I'm never watching hockey again. I want to break all my toys. This is the end of everything. I can't believe it. We were winning. We had it all I wanted was to celebrate. I want to laugh, but now everything is ruined. Everything. I hate this so much. I want to scream until my voice is gone forever. Told you. Leafs joke like babies. That's what happens when we're for losers, Little Rum Bear. You're a loser. Maybe next time don't get your hopes up so high, eh? Shut up, Caillou. You're the worst. You're a mean, awful, stinky, bald brat who loves to see people suffer. I don't care that you're a Canadians fan. You're just a bully. I hate you so much right now. Leave me alone. I heard the Bucky's open up in Arizona. I heard that it is. Here are good things about it. Oh, is Little Brown Bear mad? Maybe you should cry some more. Maybe I like making you upset. You're so pathetic when you lose. The Leafs always joke. You're just the biggest baby ever. I am not a baby. I'm a big bear. And I'm going to tell everyone you're a sniveling, smelly Canadians freak who cheers for other teams to win just to make others sad. You're mean and no one likes you. I cheer for winners, Bear baby. And the winners just crushed your so-called mighty Leafs. Face it, you lost and you're a loser. I hate you, Caillou. I hate you so much I could puke. Oh, God. Biological warfare. I'm never talking to you again. You're the biggest, meanest, stinkiest brat in the whole world. Bye, crybaby. Don't forget your tissues. You're going to need them all season long. He slams his fists on the seat. He starts yelling at the ceiling. Fans are now uncomfortable as he's destroying the seat at this point. I'm going to throw a tantrum so big they'll remember forever. I hate this night. I hate this game. I hate you, Caillou. And I'll be here laughing when the Leafs lose again next year. Enjoy your crying, Bear. As Lemon Bear kicks a trash can. He's kicking a seat, kicking the trash can. The whole arena is about to be destroyed at this point. While Caillou is chanting loser, loser as the arena empties. Oh boy. Whew. All right. Last call. There's nothing left in the queue. Last call for OT. Last call for a song request. And $50 gets you in with this one. See what it takes to get in the queue. I will do anything you'll want me to on this. $50 from any one person. Otherwise, we'll call it here. We got an overtime stream tomorrow. We got Battlehawks Brahmas as well at 8 o'clock Eastern. So last call here. Otherwise, I think this is a good place to sign off. So, with that in mind, appreciate all you guys tuning in. Guards win 7-0. Yeah, if that actually I'm going to be able to lose, that would be insane. Lose a 3-0 lead in a game 7. My God. Amazing. Tomorrow, we are doing... So tomorrow we're doing overtime stream at 5 o'clock Eastern, and then 8 o'clock we're doing the Guardians against the... Or not Guardians, well. Battlehawks against the Brahmas. That's the game plan for tomorrow. Okay, you went to game just see what we were cry. Good entertainment. Good entertainment. So 2 games tomorrow. Q&A overtime at 5. UFL 8. So that's the plan. Alright, with that in mind, appreciate all you guys tuning in. JG9 signing off. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. Click that link above if you haven't seen today's video. Going back to the 70s for this one. New video dropping tomorrow. Not sure what it's going to be on yet, but I will let you know when the time comes. So, thank you guys for tuning in. JG9 signing off. I will see you guys tomorrow night for a Q&A overtime and the Battlehawks Promise game.